Welcome to the podcast. My name is Pete. I'm an Arsenal fan, joined by Rubinho, Manchester United fan.
Everywhere you go, always take the hair with you. What a week it's been.
Brilliant chant. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Oh, Thiago Silva. Oh, Thiago Silva. 3-point lane. Let's get in. I'm buzzing. Top of the league. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Oh, he's even got the mug and all sorts. So I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Hopefully after this weekend, here are some major points I need you to take away, yeah? Tottenham are absolutely garbage. Grade A horsemen, your guys. I told you. Just next one, yeah. You see Harry Kane, yeah. He's Stan Kroenke in disguise, bro. No ambition, bro. Absolute tool, bro. Man said he wants to win trophies. You decide to stay at this nonsense club, bro. Tool. Point number 3, another major point. Rudiger might be world class, mate. You know what I'm saying? Cause he might be world class, Pete. But I don't this cuz.
We've got comments coming in straight away.
Big up Melina. Hey, what? Gunnar, yeah? Gunnar. Big up Melina.
I made your talking points, bruv, yeah? And the last one, yeah. I had one more, but I can't remember what it was. The last one. You see, guys, after the scenes that I've seen today, yeah, at the beginning of the game, we support Black Lives Matter, yeah? But in the 95th minute, bruv, you decide that all lives matter, yeah? David Moyes, you're not that guy, bruv. Absolutely stupid idiot, bruv.
Why have you gone so early?
Bruv, he deserves it, bruv. Absolute tool, bruv.
He's got more for that head top. That's why, Oscar. Big up Melina, by the way. Gunnar. Done. See your stuff. Big up the content,
there's a lot of comments. David's in the comments. He says, big up
David.
Big up you, bro. Iklas, my guy. He says, I'm on crud tonight. Did you see my team? Iklas, I'm on crud with you. Nim says Chelsea is the best team in the world. But we can't forget one of the top 4 podcasts' favorite commenters, Abdi065. Like I said last week, talk to me now.
Whoa.
No, we'll get PL when we get there.
Oh, Oscar, I'm dying.
We will get him because when we get to Man United, I want you to talk. SW6 says straight, David, straight.
What's going on here, bro?
As in, you came in early with the David Moyes.
There's more to add, Pete. There's more to add. One more intro for you.
What, for me?
Yeah, one more intro for you to do.
And I'm joined, of course, by Ernest, a Manchester United fan.
Hey, you see Ollie's witch doctor, yeah? I need him. I need him in my life, bro.
Ollie's witch doctor. Listen, before we get at scenes at London Stadium, let's go over to North London, shall we? Where we saw some pump action, ladies and gentlemen. We saw one team get bent over and another team take 3 points. Oscar, 3-0 to the Chelsea. Thank you for making my day and every Arsenal fan's day. Obviously, seeing Tottenham get beat is always a pleasure, even if it is the Chelsea lot. But, Oscar, 3 points. Too easy?
No. I think, this is a brand new Sunday edition of Top 4 Podcast. Guys, we normally go live every Monday at 8 p.m. But today we're here on a Sunday because of the Super Sunday that it was. 3 Premier League games. Well, 2 of them that were actually televised were absolute crackers. So we had a lot of entertainment. But I have to say, Spurs held their own in that first half. Like, first 45 minutes, it was fairly even. We were looking lost at times, giving them opportunities, giving them space. They kept hounding out Jorginho, hounding out cover. We couldn't really play forward. And then when we did get forward, in the final third, guys, Chelsea were woeful. Oh, my goodness. Mason Mount has a counter-attack, can't find the right pass. Kai Havertz doesn't have his boots tied up in the box. I don't know what was going on in that first 45. But big up Thomas Tuchel, because the only reason Chelsea won stuff last year, the only reason we're probably going to win something this year is because we have an elite manager. And this guy said, you know what? It's not working. Let me change it up. Hooks off Mount at halftime, brings on N'Golo Kante. And when you've got Kante, Kovac and Jorginho, I've said it for time. If you play a 3-man midfield, I don't think there's many 3 men better than those 3. I know people would like to give stick to all of them. I mean, not so much Kante, but Jorginho for his defensive capabilities. Cover, people just don't feel like he's good enough on his own. But when you've got all three of them together, who's beating that midfield? Honestly,
Oscar, can I interject on that one very quickly? Because I thought the same thing. I genuinely thought, you know what, Tuchel's gone and won this game in the second half. I put it in the group, and Robinho, us guys were chatting. But there's a part of me that obviously was reminded of the game that, you know, the first goal was a set piece. The second goal obviously was a major deflection. Kante shooting is, you know, when do we ever see him get shots on goal? So is it still is Tuchel still the reason why you've done it, or do you not think that, you know what, you guys took your chances when they did come eventually again?
No, because I said it to Robin in the group chat, because he was like, "Oh, Chelsea hit a sucker punch," and I was like, "Well, no, because we were in control in that second half. In the first half, we weren't in control. You make your own luck in football, and we forced the agenda. When it comes to the goals, I'm gonna slate these attackers, because these attackers are trash. Yeah, they're not finishing their chances. So I agree with you. Our goals didn't come from great system play and building up from the back and all this. That's not how we scored our goals today. But when it comes to actually putting on the right changes to impose yourself on a game, bringing on N'Golo Kante for Mason Mount was a great substitution. Shout out to Adrian in the comments. He says N'Golo Kante. But yeah, let me read some comments, and then we can get back into this discussion. Lola says, "I said it. Nothing Spurs did early meant anything. They were dead in the first 3 games, and it caught up to them. You know, they had a lot of 1-0 wins. It was like that." Iklas says, "Listen, we are the best in the world right now. Our defense is impeccable. Rudy, Silva were outstanding. Kante changed the game. Tuchel proved why he's the best coach in the world right now." Iklas is on 1,000. He's on 100,000.
Listen, it's understandable, Oscar, because if you look at your record this season, you've won at the Emirates, you got a draw at Anfield with 10 men, and then you dispatched Tottenham Hotspur at their ground. So I can understand the gas, and I can understand why you would be feeling like, you know what, big dog, we're here to play. However, you know, we always know what Chelsea's actual issue is. It's not really the big games. We're more just worried about their concentration and consistency over time. Does it bother you at all in terms of the entertainment side of Chelsea? Are you fussed about how, I don't want to say Chelsea are boring, because I don't think that's a fair comment to make. But when I do watch Chelsea, I look at the players, I look at the manager, I think, holy smokes, this is a recipe for some flamboyance. But I'm not really getting that whenever I'm watching Chelsea since Tuchel's come in.
I would like some more fluidity in the final third. I feel like in the second half, I was very entertained by what I saw. There was a lot of chances, a lot of Chelsea running at Spurs, a lot of good combination play in the midfield. I mean, that chance that Alonso missed, not the first. So yeah, the first one, which is a volley from Thiago Silva's one, but the second one, where it's Kai Havertz, it goes wide to, I think, Aspi. Aspi comes back to, there was really nice football, really nice combination play. And Lukaku, being the beast that he is, he allows you to play the ball up to him and play off him. So I'm not concerned so much with entertainment. I'm concerned with the players that play behind Lukaku. How are they going to be taking their chances and making those final passes? I just want to go to a comment from Iklas, who's touching on the same point. He says, "I've been saying Mount isn't good enough to be starting week in, week out. He's just an average bunny. He doesn't have outstanding qualities. I want to see Werner against City on Saturday." I disagree with a lot of that. I disagree with a lot of that.
I agree with the first line. I think the first line is fair.
I don't think there's an issue with Mount starting week in, week out. There's an issue with him in the front 3. Why is he in the front 3? We're playing Havertz, Lukaku, and Mount. Mount is not good in the final third. He's proven that. Like, he's just not. So play him as an 8 or don't play him at all. That's my opinion when it comes to Mason Mount. And Iklas, don't ever ask to see Werner in this team. Don't ever. This team of Werner guy, I'm finished, guys. I'm absolutely at the end of my tether. The guy is not good. He can't control the ball. His passing is piggy. His decision making is poor. In the final third, he's shocking. He cannot finish. He missed 2
My word to Robinho is Timo Taha.
Listen, that watch has to burst now. That watch has to be broken. They need to dispatch it now, because this guy was on. You know what? He was on Timo Werner watch from July 2020.
From the first week,
bro.
Robin was right. Robin was right all along.
It was him all along. Bro, no.
I saw one game and I said, This is not it. This is not it.
I saw him for Leipzig, and I said, Chelsea can't be spending that much money on a player.
No. Leipzig, there's a difference. You see Bundesliga's tax, you can apply that plus more on Timo Werner.
No, yes. you're absolutely right. But even then, the goals he was scoring, and even his Germany form, by the way, was shocking. So, like, the type of goal is like, this is a, there was nothing for me to say yet in the Prem. There was nothing for me to say that. Nothing for me to say that.
Guys, look at the chances that Werner had today. What more can a forward ask for? Honestly,
Oscar,
what more can a forward ask for? People are telling me, oh yeah, pace is always a problem. Adrian's talking about his pace. Lola's saying he's always a threat. Iklas is telling me, he wreaks havoc for defenses. Bro, I don't care. I actually don't care. I want a striker that can score goals or he's not good at anything else. You can't just
just make him a winger. Just make him a winger. Tell me he's not a striker. That's what it is.
But you see, the thing is, when you use words like wreak havoc, wreak havoc is like there's effectiveness in your application. Like, he is Usain Bolt. That's all he is, bro. Like, he just runs. Because I saw Lukaku. Lukaku did an Isaac on Abraham thing today, and sacrificed himself for 2 chances. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, I'm struggling to receive chances from Mason Mount. I'm giving you like 1 or 2, and you can't put them in the left corner, bro. Get this.
Ernest, have you seen Usain Bolt play football?
He wanted to play for us.
I know he did.
No, he played that soccer aid. He can hold it up.
Was he good? What was his?
I'm like, nah, this brother's he's different, bro.
Yeah, if you're calling it soccer, you have no place. Oscar Lukaku did. How would you sum up his night? Because he was very, very annoyed.
Annoyed.
Look, the sweat dripping off his shirt today. That's a guy who just did kilometers. That was it to his game today. He was getting nothing.
How can you I feel so sorry for him, because as an elite striker that he's proven himself to be, like, all you have to do is feed him. All you have to do is give him service. And he played today with Mount, who didn't do anything for him. Havertz did nothing for him. And Werner, he did more for Werner, but Werner missed all the chances that he gave him. So he was rightfully frustrated at the end of the game. We've won 3-0. He should be delighted. But he's like, fam, I got one chance, and it came from Rudiger. Rudiger puts a cross in. Alonso, for some reason, didn't want to cross today at all. Alonso had a great game, don't get me wrong. But he didn't ever want to put the ball in for Lukaku. I
do love that about him, though. Still, that, your team's 2-0 up. We're winning at the toilet, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I'm not even getting goal. I'm not getting shots on goal here. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I am trying to get them, people are getting in my way. Alonso, he wanted to belt Alonso. I swear to
I think Alonso should have been more angry at him, because Alonso had a shot and he blocked it. But Lukaku was fuming at Alonso like it was his fault.
That's just a player he's asked himself, how can I run for 89 minutes and not have a goal? How?
Let me be clear. I'm sure most of you. I'm sure most of you guys were doing other things in midweek. But when Chelsea played in the Champions League against Zenit St. Petersburg, trust me, the Chelsea fans were frustrated, pulling our hair out, because we played Ziyech and we played Mason Mount behind Lukaku. They couldn't create anything for this guy. They couldn't pass him. They couldn't give him a through ball. They couldn't give him nothing in the box.
Were you there?
No. I watched it at home. But it was only when Aspie put a cross in, just like today when Rudiger put that cross in. That was the only chance that Lukaku is getting in these games. And look, guys, we spent 100 million on this striker. How can we not be feeding him? And if I start calling for Hudson-Odoi, they say I have an agenda. So I won't even mention his name. But these guys need to step up. The guys that are playing behind Lukaku need to do way better.
And you're definitely saying it's nothing to do with the system, the way it's set up. You don't think it's anything to do with that. It's just more so feed. Feed him. Mount
had a 3-on-2 situation last week. Yeah, today. He passes it behind Lukaku. Against Liverpool, we had a similar situation. Havertz makes the wrong pass.
I was just going to say,
it was the wrong ball.
They were the reason Lukaku didn't have.
Yeah, no, I think, when Oscar, that run that Mount had, I think in the first half, he sends it the wrong way. He sends it to Lukaku when he should have sent it to Havertz. Havertz is another one. I think he had a few shots. He had a few chances that he really should have put away.
Yeah.
Tottenham could have been really out of sight tonight. We're talking 4, 5, and 6.
And do you know what's really annoying? Is that it looks like I'm not annoyed for Tottenham. I'm annoyed at Tottenham, because you guys really did really well in the first half, and you're just not putting your chances away. And then for some odd reason, we just got the Tottenham we all know and love back in the second half.
Yeah.
Annoyed.
Sorry,
I was really annoyed at them.
Harold Kane, only goals were in the conference. He should slap himself and his stupid ass brother. Wow.
Honestly, we're gonna. I'm sure we can just record, go back to last week and the week before and the week before that. We're gonna keep saying, "What a clown! How is he still there? What is he doing? Like, you know, how have you put yourself in this hole?" And I can't imagine that he's actually. I can't imagine he's actually thinking, "You know what? I'm actually gonna give it my all for Spurs," because I'm sure he's watching these games thinking, "For flip's sake, man, what am I doing here? What am I doing here?"
He's playing as a Makelele role.
He's playing like Tom Brady. I see, man, deep. I mean, we're talking. You know, what was you man saying in the group chat? He was rolling in the deep. I said he's a DM. He was rolling in the deep.
I thought he was running through the six. That's what he said.
I said Peyton Manning. I said it like, no, seriously, what the heck is going on with this clown? Because it's not just for Spurs. He did this for England as well. How many times were we frustrated for England as well when he did that? But, you know, under Mourinho, I understand, you know, he was getting his assists, he was getting his goals and whatever else. But, brother, Nuno, fam. Nuno is not the guy. You need to go back to basics.
No, but can we park the car on that name? Nuno, Spirit of God. Are you Jose in disguise?
No, this is the thing, Ernest. Jose gets more product out of this team than Nuno does.
No, that's not fair.
Is it not fair?
As in, we're a few games in. Yeah, we're a few games in, and let's look at how Tottenham set up today. In that first half, he played with Son, he played with Ali, he played with Ndombele. Look, I mean, Lola's talking about his usual 60th minute sub. That's literally what happened. So it wasn't like they set up.
By the way, he was panting when he came off. Nuno's asked him to hurry up.
Yeah, tell us something new. He's always panting, that guy. But the thing is, when Nuno set up this team, he did not set up a team to counter-attack. He did not set up a team to defend. They came at Chelsea, and that's the only time they had joy in the first half. They were a bit more aggressive and on the front foot.
Let me counteract at that one. First and foremost, do you know Nuno Espirito Santo to be an attacking manager?
No.
Exactly. So they said that we're going to get, you know, what were they saying? When we were deciding to get our new manager at Tottenham Hotspur, we wanted to get back to the DNA. I sat there like, wait, what was the DNA of Tottenham Hotspur? Because it sure as hell wasn't, you know, fluid flowing football going all out attack. It definitely wasn't that. So what they got another Mourinho in who hasn't won anything. So what the heck are we talking about? But so Nuno is Jose after a concussion. There you go, Your Honor. There you go, Your Honor.
Speaking of Nuno, he did put a lot of faith into one Dele Alli. Lola says the fall off is beautiful.
Listen, the Dele Alli it's over. It's over. It's over. Forget about him.
Adrian says Bami Dele, Jermaine Ali is boying it. Flipping heck. I didn't know that was this.
Listen,
I didn't know there was a Jermaine in there. Mr. Boohoo Dele.
Boohoo Dele. It's over. It's over. There is. I mean, you looked at Tottenham's team as well. The lineup, the players they have. And there's nothing to say, do you know what? Let's go. Let's keep it. Especially with the manager they have. No disrespect to Nuno, but guess what, Nuno? You're not part of the bridal team, okay? You're not part of the bridal team. And you already know my situation with Poch. I call him a bridesmaid and not the bride. Nuno's not even in the bridal team.
Yeah.
Do you catch my drift? So
Tottenham have pretty much openly said this guy was like sixth choice manager for them. They wanted other guys before him.
Who was number one choice, really and truly? Because that's interesting.
Conte.
If he's fifth and sixth, who's number 1, 2, and 3? That's what I'd love to know.
I think
it was Conte, but remember he said no.
They had Conte high up the list.
Okay, and who are the other two, do you reckon?
I don't know, but it was made clear by the journalist that they had approached a couple of managers before approaching Nuno.
Because I thought it was Smokescreen City when Nuno was mentioned early back in the day. Then what's his name? Conte was sort of rumoured around the time season ticket renewals were happening at Spurs. Then the season tickets were done. Then it was back to Nuno, and here he is. Here's your manager, and you've already paid all the money. So see you later.
I don't know, bro.
Guys, on Tottenham Hotspur though, however, talk to me. What, David? You know, I guess you didn't see the game, but in terms of just this season, what the hell are we getting?
They stink, bro. I told you, just wait, bro. Just wait. They beat City. They beat whoever. Blah. Just wait. This is them. This is them. This is Tottenham, fam. There's nothing else. You don't need to add any more sauce onto that, bro.
No teriyaki can save. Nothing.
No Perry. Nothing.
Yeah.
They have a nice stadium, and that is it.
Which will bankrupt them. Don't worry about that. Just give it time. Give it time, guys. It will bankrupt the hell of that club. Because Derby County, I don't know if you lot have seen what's going on over there. Into administration. Derby County. Shocking scenes, Jeff. Shocking scenes.
Last couple points on the game. The man of the match was given to one Thiago Silva, 37 years old at centre back. SW6 says he's 36. Thiago Silva is 37 next week, and he's just playing at an unbelievable level. And Adrian asks, "Is Thiago Silva top 5 in the world?" ?
Oh, in the world. It's a great question.
He's a defensive legend. I will say that
without a shadow of a doubt. To define who are the top 4, for example, it's difficult. Who's the best defender in the world? I'd still probably say Verge.
Yeah,
I'd probably go with Verge. Does I'm not going to give Diaz the accolade yet because it's 1 year, and even then, we haven't seen it long enough. He could easily be there for his consistency and longevity over time. He's been a top playing defender for years. So,
but
top 5 in the world.
When I watch him play for Chelsea, I'm like, this guy's incredible. Like, he's so good. He's just a level above anything that I've seen at my club for such a long time. That the assuredness, the timing of when to head, when to stay, and his passing range. Oh my goodness! Like. Brazilian, you could tell he's Brazilian just by watching him. You don't need to know his nationality. Do you know what I mean? Like, the guy pings ball. Like I was saying earlier, that volley that Alonso had in the second half, that's a 30-yard ball from Thiago Silva over the top, pinpoint onto his foot. Like, the guy's levels, man. I don't know about top 5, but I wouldn't swap him.
It's difficult to find who's been as consistent as he is in the last 5 years. It's difficult.
I don't think you understand how mad it is. I mean, I'm sure Man United fans are feeling mad because they've just signed Ronaldo, but like, to a lesser degree, signing Thiago Silva, watching this legend play for AC Milan, play for PSG, be one of the greatest centre backs in the world, to then come to Chelsea at the age of 35 and win the Champions League. Yeah, it's a crazy feeling, man. I love the guy. I can't say enough about it.
I'm sure the fear you have, because every time I see him, he's always wincing after something. Whether a case it's he's jumped up or he's outstretched the leg or whatever else, and there's always a wince in his face after something quite impactful. And I always just wonder, like, man, how long is he going? How many games does he give me a season?
Do you know what I did? Like, when he first came, I did feel that. Because I remember we played against Man United at Old Trafford, and he went down. And every time he went down, I was like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? But I think what gives me a bit more confidence is the fact that Tuchel knows him very well from PSG, and Tuchel continues to play him. So I'm like, I trust him and Tuchel's relationship and their guidance on how. Because when Frank Lampard was playing him, I was like, does Frank really know what he's doing here? But when it comes to Tuchel, I just trust him. And that has happened a couple of times. Last year against Spurs, he came off injured after a stretch. Champions League final, obviously, he came off injured after 30 minutes. But, we've got the adequate cover. I'm happy. I'm so confident with him starting at centre-back. We face Manchester City next week. I need Thiago Silva as my number 1 centre-back. I need it.
It's a big weekend of football next week. Bloody hell. Manchester City and Chelsea. Yeah, fair enough. Big up to Chelsea for the 3 points. It was. I think it was comfortable. I don't know if Chelsea expected it, but then again, Tottenham did come out in the first half, and you were like, "Oh, here we are." Yep. It was a bit of both, isn't it? It was a bit of. I don't think Chelsea realised how easy this could get, but then I don't think they expected to see Spurs come out in such attack.
Yeah, Iklas says Silva is a Rolls Royce. He's top 3 in the league. Adrian says having PMP is 3/4 of the battle for a defender. Put a PMP defender in the right setup, and you're laughing. Also, I'd just like to take this moment to remind you all that Peter thought Thiago Silva was not a good signing. Let's move on.
I did, and I was wrong. I was wrong. Obviously, I want to give you a prediction beforehand before he's kicked the ball, but. I'm surprised. I'm surprised what I'm getting from him, purely because of his age, not because of his talent. Shall we move things forward? Shall we roll on down to East London?
We can do.
East London, West Ham United 1, Manchester United 2. I mean, this game always likes to give us a conversation, a topic to talk about. But 3 points for Manchester. It was every year. Manchester United.
West Ham, I hate playing West Ham.
Why? Why do you hate playing West Ham?
Bogey team. It's always a bogey team for us.
Really? Bogey?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they make it hard for them. Last year they won there, and this year they've won there. But both games really, really difficult for Man United to get the 3 points. But they got them.
Yeah, I just think West Ham are difficult for everyone the last 2 years because they've been actually a very good side. Whereas prior to that, I would have thought Man United collect 3 points every time they play them.
No, Yarmolenko went and popped one. Do you remember when they won? I think with Mourinho.
Oh, yeah. Or was it the 3-0 even? Oh, yeah, they had a 3-0, didn't they?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
3-0 over there. 3-1. Lost at the Bowling Ground.
Lola said Jesse came on to songs wanting him back, and he scores the winner. You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it.
Honestly, Man United sent Jesse Lingard just to warm him up for this. And then, you're so funny. Did you see the celebration? He was like, I'm not going to celebrate. I'm not going to celebrate. Then his United boys come around him like...
Ronaldo was like, what are you doing?
the gal is right over there. Why in the team, man? Man went over to the corner, started gripsing, man. I said, this guy, he's savage. He's savage. But Man United, but is it fair to say 2 seasons in a row at London Stadium, Man United got away with it?
I wouldn't say get away with is the answer because there's many things that happened in this game that infuriated me.
I think
both ways.
I think today we got away with it.
And the reason I brought up last season because obviously the ball went out of the pitch, but the referee just didn't want the flag. But never mind, the ball went outside the pitch. It's illegal. Anyway, but yes, Robin, you said that there was some things that annoyed you.
Martin Atkinson is my personal not that guy this game.
Oh dear, here we go.
Listen,
talk to us.
I don't care if they made the rules now that United can't get penalties anymore. But there was points in this game I was like, okay, what is VAR doing? What are you guys seeing that we are not seeing? A man gets kneed in the back or kneed in his knee by one player. It's not a penalty. I was like, all right, cool. And then I see my guy not only get tripped over, but pushed with a hand that's quite big down and still nothing. I said, okay, this is how we're doing it. So only for him to go and get the handball back. And I was like, okay, that goes to VAR. Okay, I see what's happening. Somebody has paid the referee for Man United to get screwed over. And then for some reason, by the love of God, De Gea returned and saved us the 3 points.
Why are you missing out Souček's one? Conveniently.
Souček's, no, I also believe that was also a penalty as well, because I was like, oh, okay, what's happening here? But what
you're talking about Martin, isn't it? So I'm just saying, let's talk about
he's talking about that guy. He's not a good referee. Incompetent. I'm not happy with it.
He's a clown. Peter said, "What do you mean by that?"
I'm just saying.
What do you mean by that?
But overall, like I said, this game, I felt like we deserved to win. If that makes sense. Like there was things that should have been happening there that wouldn't happen else. There was nothing in the game that was like, this is wrong. This shouldn't happen. We didn't cheat. We didn't cheat ourselves to win.
Robin, can I ask a question?
I wouldn't say that.
Can you ask a question? When you say you deserve to win, do you think West Ham deserved more out of the game based on how they played?
No.
Because I feel like West Ham played really well. I'm
not saying they played bad. Like their goal was a deflection, which it was annoying because it went literally De Gea went one way and then it hit Varane and literally he was planted. There's nothing you could do about that. But at the same time, and I know we're going to discuss it, if you bring someone on that's not seen the ball in God knows how long and decide to bring him on a penalty, he's stone cold. Yeah, you deserve to lose. I can't lie still.
It's the new one, yeah, because they've been ringing that hard on Sky Sports. Stone cold.
Yeah, you can't bring a player on stone cold. What? But I can bring a goalkeeper on and he saves the penalty shootout. David wants to jump on there.
Like obviously, yeah. Why is Fred playing, please?
Oh, I'm tired of discussing this.
Bro,
we ask this question every week.
Like
You ask this question every week.
Ladies and gents, I was live at the ground. You get me. I don't know.
London Stadium, done.
Man was in the away, not away, but I was in the little tunnel in the little corner, by watching the game from there. Every time Fred gave the ball away, yeah, the United fans were just groaning. But I was like, "Oh, come on, Fred, cuz." Now, who did you take off for Matic?
It was either Fred or Thingy, no?
It was Fred.
It was Fred.
It was Fred.
It was Fred.
I put in the group chat as soon as that happened. I said, "Why is he bringing on Matic?
No.
5 minutes to go?"
Because that entire second half, there was no one playing through balls. Like, see that ball he played to Lingard. No one was playing that pass.
Yeah.
Them teams that are stubborn, you need to thread the needle, bruv. One of your midfielders has to be doing it, or it's a long day, bruv. United weren't scoring.
Like I said, we don't have midfielders.
No, but
it's unacceptable. Wait.
Where's Pogba, bro?
David, wait there. David, he's not. Robin is not allowed to say they don't have midfielders. He's not allowed to say that. The money Man United are spending year in, year out. Do not tell me you don't have midfielders. Don't tell me you don't have midfielders.
But we don't.
Spending how much to not have a midfield? I don't want to hear it. We don't have midfield. I want to hear it. Man, then we're talking about, window, nice, calm, let's go.
Did I say that? Peter, did I say that?
When Jadon Sancho and Cristiano Ronaldo,
you told me I was being harsh on my transfer review, and you can rewind it back because I said 7 out of 10.
Run it back.
Harsh. I said we need.
But you never got your number one priority though. But you never got your number one priority though.
And did I not say that?
Your number one priority. Did I not say that? That's why you ain't got midfield.
Did I not say that?
But Peter, let's be real. We're the two Man United representatives on this podcast have been saying they needed to sign a DM. They've both said it on multiple occasions. So because they signed Sancho and they signed Varane, and then miraculously they somehow just got Ronaldo, who they weren't even in for in the beginning of the window. That doesn't change.
Oscar, how many years? No, I'm not disagreeing with that point at all. How many years have Man United needed to strengthen the midfield, and how much money have they spent since not strengthening that midfield? How many years? They spent bucket loads of money. In fact, on this pod, we've said that Man United don't even have that much money, and I've always said they've got the P. They've spent shed loads of money without even rectifying that area.
Do you say shed?
Shed loads, as in like tons, loads of it, like a shed load of money.
I thought you said something else.
Parental advisory, people. Like this is PG. It's a family show. But what I'm saying is, let's say, for example, since the first year you noticed, you know what, Man United need to sort this mess out. They probably spent 150, 200 million since then, not touching that area. One of them they spent 40 million quid on, and it was for a bet. Clearly. It was literally for a bet. How Donny van der Beek doesn't have more than 100 minutes in the league is a joke.
But Pete, the question I need to ask is, you said all this, but how does that disprove what Robin has said?
Because you've got McTominay, you've got Fred, you've got Matic, you've got Lingard, you've got Pogba. There's 5 midfielders in that Manchester United team. You can't say I ain't got midfielders.
But you know what he means when he says that, though.
Say what you mean. Say what you mean. He said we have no midfielders, and I said, okay, fine. Say you got dead midfielders, fine. What I'm saying is, he says that we don't have midfielders. I've named you 5. Certain teams in this podcast here don't have 4. Man United got 5.
But my point is, like,
I even forgot Van der Beek.
We cuss McFred on a weekly basis in the group chat, on Twitter, and on the pod. So we are very aware that the midfielders we have, the best ones we have, are good offensively. You know the one. Like even SW6 is talking about Pogba, VDB, and Bruno. 2 of them we know how they play. Van der Beek, we are still not sure on his best position because offensively he was better for Ajax than defensively. So to risk him in a league, but we saw Saul's introduction to the Premier League. Like, do man think it's easy to just come here and just like play a position just because we need a gap to be filled, and because we don't have anyone good enough, we can just come and fill it? Like Manchester United have bought poorly. Do we have midfielders? Of course we have midfielders. Do we have the midfielders that we need to battle a Declan Rice and a Susek? we struggle today. We struggle today in midfield.
Ernest,
It was
Ernest,
so
can I ask?
long.
Can I ask, when you say you struggled today, what areas do you feel like you struggled in? Was it a creativity issue, or was it just a controlling the midfield in general?
So I've always said, like, the one thing I agree with Pep Guardiola on is if I have the ball for longer, I can't lose. Do you see what I'm saying? If I have the ball for the longest period of time, I don't lose. Fred and McTominay are afraid of the football. Like, they have Premier League football phobia. There were so many times, yeah. There were 2 times in particular. Harry Maguire makes a pass. Guess where it went? It went to the sideline. It went to the 2 managers.
Ernest, I can't stand him, you know. Can I be honest with you? I can't stand him.
Who?
I can't stand him. Harry Maguire. I'm sick to death of him.
I think he's
I was
right.
watching a stream, and the commentator says
Fridge.
he's done that. He's done 2 10-yard passes to nobody twice. This is the captain of Manchester United. Now,
how is he the captain, Ernest? How is he the captain?
Listen, you know, we can talk about Man United for 50, 60 minutes if you want me to. I have time. I always have time. But I don't want to do that today. So this is what I'm saying. The minute I saw us against Leipzig and I saw McTominay hiding from the ball, you know when man go to the cinema and sit in the back seat? He didn't want to sit in the front. He didn't want to see the front of the screen at all. Do you see what I'm saying? So listen, Manchester United, people are trying to squeeze in Van der Beek into this midfield as if man comes in and he's Casemiro. Guys, you will be the first people to tell me if Van der Beek has a bad game. So let's calm down. Yeah. Pogba and Bruno are our best offensive midfielders, and they are currently benching Van der Beek to the bench. He cannot start because of those 2 guys. Bring me Matic, he turns like the 98 bus going from Holborn to Willesden Lane. Yeah? Give me Fred, the guy is not a footballer.
He's not.
McTominay, the fact that he's just come back from an injury and he starts, let's not discuss. There's nothing to discuss.
So Ernest, is it impossible to give Van der Beek 5-6 games in central midfield with McTominay, for example, for the next 5 games? Why not?
If you have a competent midfielder that creates a system that benefits all 3, that is the only way that Van der Beek can play. Like, you can't just put a man in midfield. I've always said it's the hardest position on the pitch. I remember Peter was telling me for years, Alexander Song is not a defensive midfielder. Because in Van Persie's last year at Arsenal, the brother was doing like 60% of Van Persie's assists came from my man. But defensively, he was shocking.
He got like 12 assists.
You don't just put anyone there. Like, we know what we on this pod know that in just like in modern football, they're asking fullbacks to attack more. A defensive midfielder cannot be Ndidi. By the way, I watched Ndidi this week. All you guys that are asking for Ndidi to come to Man United, you're on that you're on that angel dust. You're on that.
Look at Peter's face.
The guy cannot distribute the ball.
No.
Cannot distribute.
Interesting.
In fact, he got a red card. And I was like, yeah, I see this every game I watch in Diddy. I'm like, this guy is AFCON. He's so scary. He's such a scary player.
I just said he got a red card, and I was like, yeah.
I've watched him twice at Old Trafford for 90 minutes, and I was disgusted with his performance. And then someone was telling me he's going to be 40 million quid. You're robbing me. You're robbing me blind. Just because he's, it's just because he's African and he's a defensive midfielder. We think he's the answer. It's not the case. Have you seen how many shocking defensive African midfielders we've seen in our time? There's been plenty. He mentioned one of them, Alex Song. He wasn't a defensive midfielder. He got 7 assists in defensive midfield. He's not a defensive midfielder.
Yeah. And you see, this is the thing. This is what I'm trying to. This is SW6 finally. Guess what I'm saying? Listen. The minute you remove Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from this team, you remove the chaos. Because you see today's win, you cannot sustain it over the next 30 or whatever games. You can't do it, bro. Don't come to me shocked when we use games like this. You think, do man think we can play this current Chelsea team like this? The way they press. Do they think we can play Tottenham like this? The only thing that bails us out of these games, because you look at Ronaldo's goal today, Bruno should have gotten an assist, but because it was the goalkeeper's save, he has to get a deflection.
Don't mention his name. Don't mention the goalkeeper's name because I'm furious with him. I'm furious with him on both goals. So don't mention his name, please.
Like we know for a fact, there have been some higgy goals that Man United have scored this year. And we're like 5 games into the season. That Mason Greenwood goal at Wolves, man were telling me, "Oh my gosh, Mason!" I said, "I love Wood," but you think that wasn't like the higgiest of goals? Like, come on, bro. Then you look at Lingard's goal, and it's like, bro, he scored that goal out of nothing, ex nihilo, the Latin for out of nothing. He did. The goal came out of nowhere, bro. So I'm saying,
as David said.
Hey, fam, Fabianski got buried, bro. Where I was standing, hey, bro.
David, I said don't mention his name because I'm not you. You could talk about burial because the goal. I tell you what, the shot, the technique was absolutely wonderful.
Bro.
Did you see his goalkeeping for that goal?
Listen.
See, you know what happens? More time we don't watch the goalkeeper because we look at the whip, we look at the bend, we think, oh, what a saucy goal, lovely, teriyaki. Go and watch what Fabianski did in that goal. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. Go and watch it before you come to me about the keeper got buried. No.
He was. There's nothing you can do about that goal. I can't lie.
He didn't even
listen. He took a knee.
Yeah.
He took a knee. And the thing is, when the ball's in the top corner, why are you on your knees? Why are you on your knees? That was before kickoff. You were meant to do that before kickoff. And I want to check if he even did it at kickoff when everybody was supposed to do it. He was on his knees. Listen, I'm furious because last week we were on this podcast and we said that Woodman goalkeeper of Newcastle United was sniffing the white because when he parried the ball out, he parried it to Cristiano Ronaldo's path. What did Fabianski do for the first goal? First of all, Ronaldo should have never even had the shot the first time. Did you see the shot Ronaldo took? It was the outside of his boot. It was just like, here we go, athleticism. Not one defender in sight near him. But then what does Fabianski do? First of all, Fabianski catches it, drops it on his knee, and it rolls to Ronaldo.
Peter, I told you this, bruv. Keepers are going to lay down for this guy, bruv. I told you.
And every single goalkeeper is going to feel my wrath. All of them. And the thing with Fabianski is because I watched the trauma. I've suffered this trauma at my football club. For 5 years, he was our number one goalkeeper. I should have never forgiven you for that. But he was my goalkeeper, and I watched him jump into the back of the net before. I've watched that happen. The ball comes and he jumps in the net. What was he doing for both of those Man United goals? What was he doing? We said this about Woodman last week. We love Ronaldo. Look, he's a machine. He's got 4 goals in 3 flipping games. What a maniac he is. But when you're gifting them like this, he's going to score 38 goals this season.
Yeah. When Ronaldo scored today, I was just like,
it pissed me.
He's going to bag at least 20 in this league. He's
going to get 38 goals. The level of goalkeeping is a shocking disgrace.
Yeah, the incompetence of it all, man.
It's honestly, it's so annoying.
While we're talking about West Ham's goalkeeping, there's been a few comments about a certain incident, and I just want us to discuss it. And
Oscar lost it in the group chat for those people.
Lola says, DDP didn't return. Moyes made a stupid decision, and the pen was dead. SW6 says, I'm sorry, but Moyes cannot be forgiven.
Moyes?
Lola says, trying to do up fairy tale. Moyes is a fool. Adrian then says, the Premier League ain't no place for romance. He says Noble is an old geezer. He needs to hang up his boots and get down to the local boozer.
He needs to be at the Green Gate pub.
I cannot believe what I witnessed. I cannot believe it. Yeah,
bro.
They get a stonewall penalty is given to them in the 93rd minute of 94. 93rd of 94. Yeah, they get a stonewall penalty. It goes to VAR. They check it. Declan Rice picks up the ball.
Guys, you need to let me tell this story, bro. Let me tell. You gotta let me. Now, guys, yeah, I'm in the corner, yeah, down the other end, yeah. So you got the away fans to my right, yeah, and the whole fans on the left, in it, yeah. They don't know why there's security, so I'm safe, bro. Fam, Lingard has buried it, yeah. Alright, listen, United, raw, all, bro, they're giving it, bro, yeah. Hey. Then the penalty comes. Yeah, aye, blood. Bro, security comes out. Hey, listen, it's about to pop off, blood. If West Ham scored this, it's about to pop off. Now I'm seeing Declan Rice with the ball, blood. I'm like, yo, what you doing, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a sus move to begin with. I'm not gonna lie. Declan Rice on the penalty spot. Give me a forward. Just give me a forward. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a striker. Yarmolenko. Just give me Yarmolenko or Bowen, whoever it is.
It's not even that, bruv. He's walking away from the goal, blood. He's not even standing by the penalty spot.
Oh, is he not?
No. Then all I hear, substitution, Mark Noah. In my head, I'm already saying the guy has broken the number one rule, blood. You did learn your lesson from the Euros, bruv. You don't bring someone on to take a pen, bruv. To the other one, you don't make substitutions at corners. This one, don't bring last minute penalty taker off the bench, blood. I was just like, I knew, and I forgot David De Gea hadn't saved the penalty in a while. I was like, I knew, this is
2016. Since 2016.
Do you know that there was a dedicated Twitter account to see has David De Gea saved a penalty?
I've seen that. I saw that still.
This
Bro,
is
you know the number one on Mark Noble's shirt wasn't ironed. Did you see the ripple on the number one? Holy smokes!
He was never coming on.
He was never meant to be here.
Coming on. He's only there. He's only on the bench because they increased it to 9 subs. So you can have extra players. That's the only reason he's on the bench.
No wonder I've seen 2 goalkeepers on benches.
Ladies and gentlemen, the whole stadium's gone quiet. The man that we have left early have bum rushed back in to see this penalty. Yeah, bro, you know how people leave early? They think the game's done. Then they hear penalty, VAR. They rush back in, blood. Mark Noble, David De Gea saves the penalty. The away end loses the plot, bruv. When I say they're jumping on the team,
Stadium bands.
But
the bands.
Bro, you see the back of the seat? Hey, that was in the air, bruv. Hey,
on again. On again. Do you know why? Because they've probably been, especially on that seg line, they've been mouthing at each other for 90 minutes. And just when West Ham thought the game was done and dusted, you scum, United scum, you Northern, you did. And then to see the penalty saved, that's it.
Bro, the away end went mad. I should have recorded. Mate.
Ballistic scenes,
bro.
Guys, can I have a hot take on this one?
Go on, then.
If David Moyes did it again, I wouldn't be angry nor surprised, because the reason he gives after the game, he says, they asked him the question why, and he said, well, his record is, I think he had 10 out of 10. I think it was something like that, something silly like that. 11 out of 10 of his last penalties. He's never missed a penalty for West Ham, basically. Also, West Ham's last 5 penalties, 4 of them were missed. And I think the one that was scored, was a Mark Noble penalty. But they've gone through Antonio, they went through Declan Rice, they went through even Jesse Lingard missed one for West Ham, if you remember. They've gone through a series. You know that when Man City went through this frigging hellacious time of penalties. West Ham apparently in the previous 6 had gone through the same thing. And David Moyes simply said, look, I only did it because of his record. It's outstanding in terms of penalties. De Gea hasn't saved a penalty to save his life for the last 5 or 6 years. It was like, the recipe makes sense to me.
Is it true that Noble's never missed a senior penalty in his career?
I think he's never missed one for West Ham. I don't know about his senior. I guess he's only played for West Ham, hasn't he?
Lola says, cool. Noble hasn't missed a pen, but did he come off the bench without warming up first?
Listen, the hamstrings were... The thing is, it was a good save. Was it a poor penalty?
It was a good save. It went in the corner, Brad.
I don't think it was a great penalty. It looked side-footed. It looked like De Gea just...
It weren't great. No doubt about it. But I think De Gea does make a good save. And at the same time, I just think if you could rewind that moment again, I don't know about you guys, but when I look at the West Ham that was on the pitch, I'd probably go Noble again. If I'm being honest, I
don't care if I have Alan Shearer.
I give it to Ben.
I'm not bringing someone on. I'm not bringing someone. I don't care. Pete, he was stone cold. He was stone cold.
What is this? When what's his guns? When Tim Krul come on for Holland,
goalkeepers is different. And even different. I wouldn't bring on a goalkeeper for one penalty. A penalty shootout, that's a different story.
No, sure, but this is the 93rd minute, innit? It's one of those. He even said, Moyes said again in his press conference that I would have been more annoyed for not bringing him on. That would have lingered more in my mind more. Because knowing that you've got 100% penalty taker on the bench, you know what I'm saying? You give it to like a Lanzini, these unserious dons, and then he misses.
Do you know what it reminded me of? It was like, the NFL has just started up again.
Yes.
And when they have like a field goal in the last moment, they bring on a kicker. And his only job in the entire game is to kick the ball. They come on stone cold every week and hit those. I was gonna say conversions, but that would probably annoy some people. But Abdi in the comments is making me absolutely sick. He said that De Gea save could be the moment that wins us the title.
Okay. Let's go. Wait there. Abdi065, we searched for you on Tuesday night and we couldn't find you. We couldn't find you. We made a warrant for your arrest on the Twitter at Top 4 Podcast, by the way. On the Twitter, and we couldn't find you because we need to talk about those young kids away from home. Yeah, what the heck was going on over there?
If you're on Twitter, you need to make your Twitter account known to us because the people at the podcast were vehemently searching for you.
We were looking for you
when the young boys winner went in after that Jesse Lingard back pass. We were looking for you.
Oscar said
you were nowhere to be found. Vehemently.
Yeah, well, there was a warrant for his arrest because he said talk to him nice. 2 days, the next day, it was, we did the podcast on a Monday. The next night, I watched it in an early kickoff as well. I was on my way home. The game was on.
I was
on my way home from work
on a packed Metropolitan line.
It was daylight, daylight where I was. And I see David Wagner as the manager. I said, "This is a joke thing." Then obviously
Mm.
Wan-Bissaka gets sent off. You're thinking, Manchester United are the gift that keep on giving in Europe. I can tell you that much. You lot are the gift that keep on giving. 7 defeats in your last 11 in the Champions League. Is this a cause for concern?
Like in the first 20 minutes before Aaron Ramsdale got sent off, like we were giving them the damage. Like Ronaldo was just going to score. And then this guy, I didn't know what to think of the red card because in my mind, I was just like, oh my gosh. What
were you scared?
Done?
Were you scared?
Listen, when we go down to 10 men, I've seen it before. We've been given 6-1. We've been given 10 men us. We don't do well because we can defend, but against a good team, it is not good. And the fact is, we were actually on the way to actually getting a point. We were there. We were legit there. And then Jesse Lingard decided to play the through ball of all through balls throughout the whole team to the young boy striker and just gifted them the victory. Tuesday night I wasn't more annoyed at Ollie on Tuesday night than other people were because that wasn't his fault. He tried to do his best and he tried to salvage a point, but then just ineptitude literally costed us the 3 points. I'm not worried.
You don't think he managed? Do you think he managed the situation well, considering the kind of deficit you went into? Did you think he did his best job
at all?
Because I'm throwing Ollie under the bus with it. He's not number one, but he's number 2 for sure.
Ollie wasn't the reason we lost that game on Tuesday, but goodness me, the in-betweens, because bruv, like the first minute, Elias bullies Fred off the ball and it's a counter-attack, yeah? Then, guys, on for the love of all things holy, why the hell is Wan-Bissaka's second touch a red card? Honestly, why is it AFCON all the time? When it comes
Did you say AFCON?
Like, why has his touch?
Wait, what do you mean AFCON? What do you mean AFCON? No, explain.
Bruv, he's still in Kinshasa. He's not Crystal Palace or Manchester. It's still real AFCON hours, yeah? Number 3, why the hell did Ollie decide to sit back after the red card, yeah? Bruv, like, they were not good. Well, young boys were not good. Young boys were better than us, but they
look at their finishing. Look at their finishing for a start.
Come on, bro.
Shocking. It was a disgrace, their finishing.
Bro, shocking, bro. Trust me. Then he brought on Lingard. Oh, that I didn't understand. Because I'm like, bro, are you trying to score? Because we played two central midfielders on either wing of a 4-4-1 because we had a red card. So I was like, why is he bringing on Lingard? Then he brings on Martial in the last. What is this guy doing, bro?
Every time I see that kid, that friggin' freelancer Nothing good is coming. Oh,
No,
fantastic.
listen, Oli was not the reason we lost that game. But goodness me.
However,
bruv. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. No,
he's the reason you didn't. He's the reason you didn't win. Let me put it that way. He's not the reason you lost, but he's the reason you didn't win.
No,
Does that make
guys,
sense?
I am honestly, like, out of everything in me, I am tired of Oli. Like, I'm tired of him, bro. Like,
It's been a long time.
Yo, young boy.
Frustrating, man.
No, Ernest. Young boys had 19 shots against your 2. Are you freak? This is young boys. What are we talking about? They had,
Literally.
Man United had 2 shots on goal, 2 on target. Young boys had 19 shots.
Bruv, they said we didn't have a shot after the red card.
Yeah,
We didn't have a
we
shot.
stopped.
Lola says, look what you're saying, Robin. On your way to get a point, Ollie stupidly cost you. The subs and the tactics were stupid.
Like I said, I disagree with that because literally, I do agree that the subs were just mad. But literally, if you literally watch the game for what it is, the 2 things that costed us dearly was the red card and Jesse Lingard. Like, yes, we put Martial on. Yes, we took Ronaldo off for Lingard. I get it. It's a very wild thing to do. It's not like we weren't like just not there. Ollie literally said to the team, "We're going to sit back for 70 minutes." And
You're
literally-
Manchester United, as he
that's
likes to come out with. He always likes to say, you're Manchester United. He couldn't help himself saying it on the weekend. You're Manchester freaking United.
Hey, I swear, wallahi, I dare him to not get through this group. I dare Ollie to not get through this group.
Ernest, newsflash.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Go on, Oscar.
PSG are 1-0 down.
PSG what? A 1-0 down.
PSG
Lyon,
1-0 down versus Lyon.
At home.
Who scored? Who scored?
Paqueta?
Keta. Ernest, newsflash, you're not getting out of this group. And it will be purely on your away performances, not your home. You're going to give young boys 5 at Old Trafford. You're going to give them 5.
Hey, the blood of my enemies. If we do not qualify for this group, I'm talking. I said before the game, I expect. Is it 16 points you get from like all the wins? Like if you win every game, I expect.
Is it 6? Is it 18?
18. So
18 points.
18. You need 10. You need 10 points to get through. That's all you need.
No. Every year, Man United fans complain about our group. This year,
No, I'm not complaining. That's why I said we need to top this group.
This year, obviously, we decided to not win. So, bruv, get every other game should be a W.
Well, 15 points. 15
No,
points.
I don't think you understand. You can't call yourself a super team, yeah? You can't. You see, this is the thing. Because signing Ronaldo is the nail that's going to put Oli in a grave. Because you sign Ronaldo, especially when you needed a DM more, what should expectations be? You've got Atlanta,
After Sancho.
You've got Villarreal, you've got Young Boys, and you lost to the worst team in that group. They are the worst team in that group. They're not
Ernest,
good.
you're not winning away at Atalanta, and you're not winning away at Villarreal. Let me tell you that now.
Listen,
You're going out of this group.
I jumped on that Atlanta hype in 2020 when they reached the quarterfinals. So I think quarters or semi. Bro,
Yeah.
I watched that Atlanta game versus PSG. If it wasn't for Choupo-Moting in the last 2 minutes of the game, it is long for them, bro. So,
Sure.
and Atlanta are a footballing team. The one thing that's Man United's kryptonite is footballing teams. Teams that actually play in the middle of the park. Any team that's got a midfield, think about it, guys. Southampton, Wolverhampton, and what's it called? West Ham have all given us problems this season because they've noticed all we do is give the ball to Bruno or Pogba and hope for the best. Guys, you see this group? If we finish second, I'm gonna hear it. You finish top. Finish top of the group, bro. Finish top.
Ernest, you're definitely not finishing top. You're definitely not
Oh,
finishing top.
no.
But, and it's obviously.
No. What you have to remember is this. You see, this season is a win-win for me. Because if we win the league, which I don't think we will, I'm a happy man. That was my objective in the first place. If we don't win the league, I need dissertations, 10,000-word essays from all these Man United fans that were telling me, nah, you're too harsh on Ollie. I need written exams. I need to understand how you can still back this youth, bruv. Because I don't understand. How does one man have 13% of your Champions League losses in Man United's history in the competition? How does one man, how? In the words of the great philosopher Kanye West, no one man have all this power.
No, not one.
No one.
And the truth is, you're not going through in this group. You're definitely not topping this group because of Manchester United, not because of even the opponents you have. Because as you can see, you leave Man United to their own devices. At Young Boys, this is what you can get. You catch my drift. Now, in all fairness to Manchester United, right, and to the rest of European football, no Champions League side should be having AstroTurf pitches. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Young Boys have been getting away with this for murder for years. We should not be allowed. We need to protest as a nation, as a governing body, to say this is not. It's not acceptable. How can you have a plastic pitch? How can I have a pitch which I don't even need to use studs? I could just use blades, and that's just for protection. And then I'm supposed to accept that Young Boys get 3 points, 3 actual valued points, in the same way that you would get 3 points if we played at Old Trafford. No chance. This is not allowed. How can we be allowing this? You know, as much as I was laughing about Man United not winning, my God, I just sat there and I said, this is a joke thing. The Champions League is being disgraced by our very eyes. Because we got 5. What time was kickoff? Was it 5:30 or something?
Look at what Adrian said, bro. He said Young Boys come 19th in the Prem. Only Norwich are worse.
Honestly, blood, they are. It's spot on. Young Boys are trash. Look at the chances they missed in that game when they were playing against 10 men Manchester United. They were awful, and they had 19 shots, by the way. And one of them, you know, Man United had to basically give them the second goal. But yeah, this will be it. Listen, the Champions League. I've got my eye close on Group F. I'm watching this group stage for sure. I'm watching Man United closely. Yeah, I'm watching it closely.
So will I.
It'll be entertaining regardless. Young Boys are topping the group, guys, on 3 points. They're the only team in that group that have 3 points. Young Boys. Flipping hell. I thought I was watching Tessa Arnhem. Flipping hell.
Abdi says, Oscar, did you see my first comment? I didn't, bro. So you might have to repost that. Is that all on United?
Talk to us, man. Talk to us, man. You know, I mean, look, Ronaldo is a robotic machine, but I will say, goalkeepers, like, where's the goalkeepers union? Because you lot have to come together and say, you know, how do we stop this from happening? We can't let Ronaldo be giving goals like that. Look at all the goals he scored in the league this season. Look at them.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I think all these keepers are fans first, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're like, oh my gosh, I'm playing against Ronaldo.
David said it last week. He said they're going to see Ronaldo get starstruck and just give him goals. David said this.
They said Ronaldo has scored 4 goals in the league this season. He's only played 3 games. Why has he got 4 goals? And look at all of them. One was through the legs. 2 of them have been sived to him. And you know, with palms out, given to him. Come on. Get your finger out, goalkeepers. There's all this starstruck nonsense. Get your shirt after the game. Get your shirt after the game.
Guys, can we pause on this United chat here? Whoever's watching the PSG Lyon game, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing it.
I'm seeing it.
When I told guys, yeah, you see Pochettino, brother. What is the difference between him and Oli? No, legit.
I didn't want him. And it's on display. Now you can complain about Oli. Poch, I told everyone at the start of the season, this guy has everything to do to run away with Europe. He has the tools.
Robin.
He has the tools to run away with Europe. But look what he's doing.
He's playing counter-attacking football with Lionel Messi. What?
Let me ask you guys a question. I called him a bridesmaid. Now let me ask you this question: if you're the buffest thing at a wedding and you're a bridesmaid, are you the bride?
No.
Thank you very much. Can we move on? I'm sick to death of this Pochettino garbage because of what he did at Tottenham Hotspur. I'm sick of it. How is he landed? He was sacked at Spurs. And he's landed the job in France. He's landed a frigging mirror and he hasn't won the league. Hang on a minute. When Emery lost the league against that Monaco side, everybody could say, you know, that Monaco side was a bloody good side. Still a disgrace for Emery not to win the league, but bloody hell, that Monaco side was so good. Everybody took a piece of that action, right? The following season, everyone took a nimble. Everyone took a slice of that cake. How many little players have been bought since last season? How many? It's Lille. It had Jose Font as the centre half. It's got another striker who's, I think, was it Yilmaz? He's like 38. He was playing in the Euros.
Yeah.
The Turkish guy. Look what Turkey did at the Euros. Come here, man. Come to me. Come to me.
Speaking of,
and he lost the frigging Community Shield.
Speaking of fraud, we need to discuss Soyuncu. Whether it's the next 5 days, 2 weeks, we need to discuss Soyuncu. Because Man United fans were telling me that he's better than Harry Maguire. This brother is not it, man. By the way, I think Neymar just won a penalty.
Yeah, but it's techie though. When they go to VAR, I like to see how they decide it. It's a bit of a techie one, but the referee gave it.
I don't think the penalty.
Ernest, can I rebuttal your comment about Soyuncu? I want you to see the pattern here, because I remember at Liverpool Football Club they signed Dejan Lovren, who was brilliant at Southampton, and then fell off the cliff. Ask Adrian, if you will. And now we're seeing another centre half who was bought in, and we thought, bloody hell, it's the best thing since slice, and he's falling off a cliff. There's one thing in common about that, but we'll move on. I'll let you sort that one out. I'll let you lot figure out that one, because this person has got no good record defensively. No good record defensively, no matter where he's been. I don't give a damn. Even if it's at Celtic. Partick Thistle, Hibernian and Hearts. Huh? Kilmarnock, Dundee and Dundee United. What did he do in Europe? What did he do in Europe with that Celtic side? Because I want to know what happened when they went over to Astana and didn't make it out of the frigging qualifying round for the Champions League. Look, piss me off, man. And then every frigging year I have to come here, and I'm sitting here in April and May. Oh, Pete, you're harsh, blood. Nah, blood, you were taking my Arsenal. No, I would not. Bride and bridesmaids.
I've just seen Jerome Boateng at Lyon. I didn't know
he's got hooked off, by the way.
No, Oscar said it pre-pod, yeah? And when he said Jerome Boateng, I was like, no, wait, Jerome? Like, you sure it's not the other one? At least it's Kevin Prince. Then I can understand it. Jerome?
He blew a 2-goal lead against Napoli.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Please, can we talk about that? Can we talk about that?
That was a great night of European action. What a game.
It was a phenomenal game. And Napoli...
By the way, European football, fantastic. Remember to check out European Roundup. Good show.
The European out right now. So, yeah. European Roundup. Yeah. Done though.
Out
Season
right
2.
now.
Take it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to your European run. Let's go.
Yeah. Because I watched them with those little clappers at their frigging Foxes, whatever that stadium's called now, where they're clapping with their silver and blue banner. There was three ultras from Napoli, and they took on the whole Leicester City ground. You see it at the end of the game. They travelled with like 10 men, and then that whole away end went and took over that frigging home end. Disgraceful. Don't listen, honestly. Adrian, I'm not going to let anybody try and tackle me on this one any longer. He is a bottle job. He is a bottle job. I wish he went to Tottenham Hotspur, because it's a match made in heaven. Because they are both the same frigging thing. That's all I need to see next. He gets the Spurs job. And watch it. Oh, by the way, Tielemans. Have you seen Tielemans is running down his last year of his contract? Let the dominoes begin. Let the dominoes begin. And then that's another team. We can get the frigging hell out of here as well. You know, the top 6, I see Spurs and Leicester climbing in. Get them the F out, man. What are we talking about here? About they're supposed to be in this club. They're not meant to be here.
Up the Seagulls. Let's go.
Seagulls.
It seems your Brendan Rodgers slander is a little bit infectious. Adrian has jumped on the bandwagon. Said, Peter, take the stage, the bloody bottle shop. He also says, Boss Like Endo asked him, are you against Rodgers now? And he says, when it happens repeatedly, what more can I say? He's my guy, but the proof is in the pudding.
I said this, and this is the thing. I said this last season. I said this last year. You know, I let him off at Liverpool because I thought, bloody hell. But even then, it was still shambolic. But he did it 2 years in a row with Leicester. 2 years. And in the third season, I'm watching his centre-half decline, and I'm watching what I saw against Napoli. Oh, by the way, do you remember they went out to friggin', what was that racist club last season? They lost 2-0 at home. Who was it in the Europa League? Arsenal should have been playing Leicester.
Prague? Was it Prague?
Was it Prague? They lost 2-0 at home to Prague.
Okay,
Listen, I'm not. It's not an agenda thing, blood. If I see facts and I tell you what the facts are, why are you questioning me?
While we're on Leicester, what happened to them today? They got spanked again.
Listen, man. Listen. By the way, we'll get to them anyway. This is Zagreb. Listen, as much as was it Zagreb, anyway, Prague. Their goal, Oscar, goal of the week.
Whose goal?
After Leicester City's goal. After all of that, that's my goal of the week. But I don't know if anybody has seen it yet. But because obviously it was on TV, was it?
I've seen it. The play was phenomenal.
The final 4 passes were all one touch. One touch. And then all Tielemans gives Vardy, it was friggin' De Bruyne-esque. It was a phenomenal ball into that penalty area. Hit and hope.
He's very PMP, but he's got potential, man.
Tielemans.
Yeah.
Where should he go? He's winding down his contract. Where should he go?
The streets are saying that when Pogba leaves, that we should sign him at United. And I don't know where I stand with that because I feel like I don't know what United are going to look like in 12 months. Because if Ollie's still there, he's definitely going to be playing for us. If Ollie's not there, then I don't know what the next manager's plans are going to be.
Man, Graham Potter, just briefly touching on it. Lola's touched on it there. You know,
good manager, man. Good manager.
Are they just going through a good season? I think they've had some decent sides to play against. The teams they played against, you know, they haven't even improved on signing a striker. I guess Maupay's put in the ball a bit more. Welbeck, of course, scoring against Schmeichel in that header form again. Is it going to be one of those things where later on down the line we're going to be like, oh, okay, here they are, reverting back to type? Because their fixtures have been friendly, haven't they? Their fixtures have been a bit friendly.
I mean, I'll get excited when they do something. I think Potter's an interesting manager. He makes a team that's entertaining to watch, and I think people confuse that with him being very good.
Why don't I buy that? I'll be honest with you guys. I don't buy that he's entertaining to watch.
I think they are. I'd rather watch Brighton than half the teams around them in the table.
I mean, you know, if you're better, you know, 2's better than 1. But it's one of those.
But the point I was making is, I think because they're so entertaining, people talk about him like they finished 10th last season. They didn't. They was right down the bottom of the league. So
that team is good though.
They're probably so far the most improved team. However, they had Burnley first game of the season. Then they had Watford. They lost at home to Everton. They beat Brentford away, and they've beaten Leicester at home. Very impressive. The next 5, however, Liverpool, Man City, Norwich, Arsenal, Palace away. So it's it's in reverse order. That was the reverse order. Sorry. You know, so when I look at it, you know, but then as Boss Like Endo is saying, last year they had these freaking high XG scores, and it was like they should have been scoring more.
Yeah,
that was their problem last season. That they just didn't finish.
They didn't have a 9. You know, Peter, your favorite guy, Neil Maupay, was not desirable enough to convert.
I'll tell you what, Oscar. Every time I've put him in, I think he scored once for me this season. I've taken him out each time, and he's scoring goals. Annoying. Yeah,
I mean that's the story of life. Adrian says the signs were there from last season with Brighton. Solid defense, create chances. All they needed was a 9. SW6 says Potter is a weird one. Football is nice sometimes, but the jury's out for me. Lola says Brighton's issue is the attack is crap. That's why their XG is so good, but the scoreline looks poor.
You see, even then though, it's one thing to say that the attack is bad, but how many goals were they conceding as well? Because to be near the bottom, you were conceding a lot.
They were right down the bottom. Look, Adrian says there will be a drop-off this season, but I don't think they will sniff a relegation battle. I can't be so sure.
I think they'll be mid-table.
Look at the run that Peter just mentioned. But I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of that run, they're right there in 17.
They're in the thick of it, yeah.
I would think they will. So they've got Liverpool and City. I feel like they can give. They'll beat Norwich. I think they'll beat Crystal Palace, and I think they'll give Arsenal a run for their money. So,
steady. To be fair, they only conceded 46 goals last season and scored 40. Around them, teams were conceding 68, 55, 76, 63. To be fair, they did not concede a lot of goals last season either. Maybe it was just the attack thing. Maybe it is, but they didn't buy a striker. So here we are. Let's see how they get on with the next week.
Can we move on?
Let's go over to.
I think there's bigger.
We can go back to North London.
Yeah, well, I want to go over to Turf Moor. You know what I'm saying? Where the Arse 1-0 to the Arsenal 1-0 again, a second week in a row. David, Arsenal 6 out of 6. We got 100% record this season because remember our season started last week. So you know we are top of the league on form. Why are you shaking your head? Clean sheets.
I told you I'm not getting involved, bruv.
Clean sheets.
Do you know what? Yeah, here's my perspective here. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take this boring Arsenal at the moment. Yeah. Like similar to George Graham in it. Then we got Wenger in it. Yeah. This time, yeah. Listen, follow me. Yeah. Did you see the disrespect this week, bruv? I was like, ooh, you didn't see the disrespect this week, yeah. Telling man to stick to coaching, yeah.
Oh, who said that again? You said that rings a bell. Who was that? Give me the feels.
Telling the greatest manager ever to stick to coaching, blood.
Oh,
wait, who told him that?
Bro, the guy from City supporters group, whatever they call it.
We'll get onto Manchester City. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's get him. Let Pep come to Arsenal. Then I'm good, bro. We get Guardiola.
Hey. If you man want to walk Pep Guardiola out,
hey,
no problem.
Bring him this way.
The thing is, I know we're talking about City now.
Yeah.
But listen, if these fans actually want to walk Pep out, you're doing the whole league a favor. So let him walk. You're doing the whole league a favor. So yeah,
people don't understand. Anyway, they don't understand.
Bringing is needed, but Pete, honestly,
yes.
Still the same old nonsense. We can't buy a goal from open play. Yeah.
Martin Odegaard.
Good free kick. Let me not take away from thing, but mate, as I said, our finishing, our strikers are not striking, bro.
Do you know what? I'm leaving Aubameyang alone. Yeah, our boy Bukayo and Mr. Nico Pepe, because talk to me. What on earth happened there?
No, leave. Who did you say? Saka and who?
Saka and Pepe.
I
give him grace.
I give him grace. Saka gets grace. Saka.
Well, put him on the bench. Put him on the bench, though.
Pepe needs to. Hey, he's just the Ivorian Joe. What is it, Jovino, bruv?
Both Ivorian. Here's the thing.
Whatever. He's Jovino.
David and the rest of the top 4 panel and the audience watching. I'm asking a genuine question here. Production-wise, from what we get, from the product we get, who's better, Jovino or Pepe? Who's better, Jovino or Pepe? Let me bring you the stats. I'll bring you the stats. I'll tell you why I said product.
Yao Kouassi.
I'll tell you why I've said this. Because at his time with the Arsenal, Mr. Jovino, 63 games he played for Arsenal in total. He got 11 goals and 12 assists. That does not sound good, does it? Mr. Nico Pepe has played 94 times for the Ars. 95 if you include Burnley. 25 goals and 17 assists. There you are.
Who was the second one?
Nicolas Pepe was the second one. 95 games, 25 goals, 17 assists. Who's better?
Jovino is better.
One's played 30 more games and probably has. Imagine that. The fact that you're not even saying Jovino. Do you know how shambolic that is? Do you know how shambolic that is?
Yeah. Pete, can I just pause you for a second? Yeah. Mauricio Pochettino has just made a substitution. He's brought on the summer signing Hakimi, and he's taken off Lionel Messi. The scoreline is 1-1. 76 minutes played. PSG obviously want to win the game. They're at home. They've hooked off Lionel Messi. And let's just say, when Messi came off, there was not like an embrace.
He's getting fired. Don't worry.
I watched it and I was like, I could not believe you're taking off Messi.
Robin, I need to buy you a new watch. You know where I'm going with this one. You need Poch watch. Okay? Poch watch. Because tick-tock. This guy is getting fired. Ask David. David said it himself.
I said it, bro.
TikTok. This guy is getting fired by the end of this year. He's not seeing 2022. He can't. He cannot see it. He cannot see it. Did you see his? By the way, what was the scoreline in Bruges midweek?
1-1.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I guys, never talk about Mauricio Pochettino ever again on this podcast. There are a few people who are banned from this podcast. I want to throw him into that list. Fired. He's going to be sacked. Antonio Conte, start learning your French. Because that position is ready for you. It's lubing up for you right now.
I think it's one former international player called Zizou. I think that's the guy that probably wins.
Yeah, you could go French.
He's probably in the Champs-Élysées now.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout. It's a very good shout. I didn't think of him. I thought he's eyeing up the French job when Deschamps initially gets sacked as well. Because they can't keep Deschamps past 2022. They cannot.
No, guys.
They cannot.
How is Messi on the pitch?
Look at SW6 comment. It is. I've seen managers this week, incompetent, inept, immature managers this week. One of them took off Ronaldo, and the other one took off Messi.
Guys, you need to be fired. You need to be fired.
No.
Messi is trending, yeah.
Man.
So I clicked Messi's name, yeah. I'm seeing bare tweets in French. I'm pressing translate, yeah. Look at this.
Oh my god! Listen,
the career of Messi.
I don't care if you're 45.
Killing me.
They play 90 minutes. They are up top. They're not wasting any energy. Ronaldo burnt no calories in Switzerland. He burnt none whatsoever. So this idea of taking him off then was scandalous. What on earth are they doing? Honestly,
you guys remember
millennials, man.
There's a particular game, yeah, where I think I was watching it at Peter's house, and Luis Enrique was the Barcelona manager, and he asked Messi to come on the bench. Messi looked at him like he was a Nigerian, and he cooked jollof rice with basmati. It was like, what?
I'll never forget that one. When he looked at him, me. This is Luis Enrique. Oh my god! Honestly, Peter, the risk level is through the roof. No, for real. You know, it's young bucks. You see the younger generation, yeah. When they come into the managerial job, they're getting far too froggy. But you know what's funny? In both accounts, both teams needs to score. They take off Ronaldo and Messi. What the flip is going on?
Yeah.
What is going on, guys? Am I taking drugs? Is it me? Because I can't. Because it's happened twice in the week. I've seen Messi come off and I've seen Ronaldo come off. Oh hell no! You're asking to be fired. It's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Where were we? Anyway, so we've gone with the fact that Jurgen is better than you're saying. Jurgen, production-wise, is better than Nico Pepe, and one of them we paid 72 million quid for. The other one we paid about 10 million quid for.
Mm.
Okay.
Now,
that's what I have to say on him.
So I tried to watch the Arsenal game on Saturday. Obviously, it was not televised because of this country's rule that they want to keep in place since the 1960s.
No Man City, no Arsenal. Who's the other one? There's a third one. There's a third team.
Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Like I said, for those that don't know, they've now changed. Premier League has now listened to Jurgen Klopp's complaint, and no team that plays in Europe shall play 12:30 on Saturday from this point on. And
there's like 10 teams that play in Europe now. Like there's so many. And all their man in there as well.
And also, the other one we need to make as well, if it's not a 3 o'clock kickoff or like a 2 o'clock kickoff, right? No team should be traveling 100 miles to another team. There's some of the scandalous I've seen Arsenal play Newcastle at 12:30. What time did you think we were going to get there? Or what time did you think we were going to wake up? You know what I'm saying? And if you give us like Everton on a Monday night, what time am I getting home? Man United away against Arsenal is on a Tuesday night at 7:45 kickoff. How am I getting home? I ain't going.
You're staying.
It's a work day.
Manchester, hey, Manchester's a great city.
But but
it's a very lush city. I like it.
I watched the Arsenal versus Burnley game. Commentary was not English, but I tried to follow it.
No, you didn't get English.
The stream life is not an easy life. But
I witnessed on the weekend, man.
How do you guys play football? I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I couldn't figure out how Arsenal were trying to win this game. I didn't get it. Surely you can explain this one.
How do we play football? This is a good question.
Hey, Oscar, Peter's come like the lady on the Titanic movie where she's like, been 84 years.
Bro.
Trying to tell the story.
Oscar?
Pete, I couldn't understand. Like, I was watching this game and I was like, okay, Tomiyasu is doing his thing, yeah, but you don't attack with your wing backs. So that's not the plan here. In the middle, I think you had Partey and Odegaard, right?
Partey and Odegaard, yes. Partey and Odegaard.
And then you had Pepe and Aubameyang. It didn't work for me. It didn't look fluid, and I couldn't see what you were trying to do. And I think Burnley are a team that aren't going to stop you. You know, if you're playing your way and you're a good enough side, you can go to like people have this myth like Burnley's a hard place to go. It's not hard.
It's not.
The good teams go there and win. Yeah.
How many points we've collected? How many Premier League points we've collected at Turf Moor?
But still,
how many points we've collected there?
There wasn't anything about Arsenal that made me feel like, yeah, you guys are going to beat the smaller teams this season. And it was part of my shock last week. And you guys were like, why are you shocked? Because I feel like Arsenal should impose themselves on these smaller teams and win the game. Lola says, Oscar, the tactics are get KT to cross the ball in hope Partey ignores Arteta and plays centrally.
Mikel, please, can you just sit on the bench? Yeah, you've done your tactics all week. We don't play midweek football. We play Saturday to Saturday. We had two 3 o'clock kickoffs in a row on a Saturday night, right? Just you've done your tactics. Just have a coach.
David here has put a comment. He says, "Good free kick from Odegaard." I thought it was an amazing free kick. I didn't see how Arsenal was scoring outside of that free kick. Am I bugging?
Do you know what? Well, look at the lead up to that free kick, right? Because there were moments in the game where, for example, Saka would go in through the middle, or might go in through the wide end. Smith Rowe had a few chances. Again, he's just back passing it to the goalkeeper. He needs to have some conviction in his finishing. There were ways I could definitely see us scoring goals. It's just that because we're so not scoring at the moment and the lack of confidence is there, you can just see it by the way we finish. Every time the ball got into the final third ball was awful. But our play actually from defence into midfield onto the attack was a lot better than what we've got used to. And I think it's because we're playing teams like Norwich, we played at Burnley, so you're more able to impose yourself, right? I did think that there were going to be goals, but it's just the gel. There's not enough oil. I don't know. Something's just not ticking. It's just not ticking. But we had chances on goal. The only people that's not getting the chances, however, is our talisman, the Leng man, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. That's the thing. If they're going to him instead of Saka, Pepe, or Smith Rowe, we scored 2 or 3 goals at Turf Moor, and Aubameyang's got a good record over there as well. So that's how I feel with our football going forward, if you will. David, what would you have to say on that?
Nothing, man.
You got to jump on the roller coaster, bro. It's the big North London derby on Sunday, cuz. Yeah? After what I've just seen happen to them.
Both teams that stink, bro. Who's going to score, bro?
Arsenal win 2-0, my friend. Don't you worry. We're going to blitz Tottenham Hotspur.
And all of a sudden, you see Harry Kane score a hat-trick, bro. Nah, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
Listen, bro. We're going to give Tottenham the business, cuz. We're going to give Tottenham the business. It'll be 2-0.
We better.
They're whack. They're whack. They're whack.
Lola said, I said it earlier, that 50 million Love Island reject, suspect, not good enough. Translation.
Wow, he's Mustafi in disguise, blood.
So
Thing is, like it depends what you know what, with the eye, he had a bad game. Yeah, with the eye. I see these stats now plowing around on Twitter. Like he's had a good game. Yeah. You know, he had like 10 aerial duels. He won like 8 of them. He then, you know, but for me, every time I kept watching him, it was one hospital bad pass. It was one, you know, he put Ramsdale in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He considered a penalty. Thank God for VAR. Anthony Taylor, you should never be refereeing a football match in your life. What was you seeing? What was you watching? The refereeing at this country, though, guys, it's just it's getting scandalous by the week. Anyway, yeah, so it's a bit weird. Ben White, I don't think had a good game at all, not by any stretch. But you know, Ramsdale. You know what? I feel sorry for Leno on this, right? I want Ramsdale to be playing. I don't want Leno to be back in. But how does Leno get Chelsea and Man City, but then Ramsdale gets Burnley and Norwich? He's got 2 clean sheets. You know them ones. Yeah. Gabriel, thank God you're back. Because we're getting wins when he's in the side. We get wins. Whenever he's not in the side, we're not winning games. But we all know what's going to happen. And here's where it could go. It could go, you know, belly up. If Xhaka comes back into this side on Sunday.
Yeah.
Let him bring him back, bro. Get him out, bro.
He will, man. He will. I think Spurs are beating you next week. I'm gonna be honest, man.
At the Emirates?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What is it? Some kind of fortress over there?
When do Spurs beat us there? Oscar, I mean, since we moved to the Emirates, how many times have Spurs beaten us at the Emirates?
I know they have beaten you there.
How many?
I don't know.
How many?
That whole what ground is that? It doesn't really faze me. I don't really think it makes a difference.
But your record is bad in one ground.
Bro, this Arsenal team, I don't see you getting up for a game and beating Spurs.
I think we beat them, especially with the crowd there. And you know, the fans will demand it, man. They're gonna suck the ball in themselves. Like they're not gonna have Tottenham beating us. They're not gonna have it.
Put Son in your fantasy team this week.
And do you remember that 2010 game, boss? Like, if your memory's good, that 2010 game pissed me off. We were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. Furious.
Yeah, no, but bro, I don't rate this Arsenal team at all, bro.
Do you rate Tottenham?
No, but when I look at their team today, when they've got Son and they've got Kane, I rate them too.
But did you watch them today?
Yeah, they were poor.
Oscar, when did you last see Son or Kane? When did you last see them?
Well, Son's had a good season.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good game against Man City.
Yeah. After that, he scored their winners as well. A couple
Has
of
he?
them. Bro. Yeah. So Son scored like 3 Premier League goals, bro.
Okay. So since before the international break is when you last saw him?
Bro, he got injured. What do you want from him?
No, I'm just saying. The question is, when did you last see him? I saw Spurs get piped by. They conceded 6 goals between Palace and Chelsea. They conceded 6.
I get that.
2 clean sheets.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see in it. I don't rate Arsenal, bro. I don't see anything from you lot anymore. And right. you
should score 2 goals this season.
Yeah, my bad. I thought it was 3, but it's 2. Still, 2 in 4 games, and
he's had a good game.
He was injured last week. He was injured against Palace.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. He was injured last week. I didn't see him tonight. Today. Look, listen, Tottenham. I'm not going to go on like Tottenham are not going to lie down. They're not. Kane is going to get a goal. I'm almost certain he'll get a penalty. Almost certain of it, right?
Oh,
however,
I want to be there.
However,
I want to be there.
He might be.
I do think
a defensive midfielder this season.
The thing is,
remember that conversation that we'll have in the greatest DMs of Premier League history. He might win it this season.
Should lock Kane in there as well.
Man said Kane is getting in Team of the Year as a DM. That's crazy.
Didn't Arsenal beat Spurs last season when everyone wrote them off? Yeah, man, we did, and I was not necessarily impressed by it. I think Spurs had a sending off. That game's going to be hot. It's going to be very, very intense, and you know, I think Spurs will bottle under the pressure, and I think Arsenal will rise to the occasion. And especially having 2 wins is great.
Shout out to Party Plays. He says, "Why isn't Trent being subbed off?"
Trent,
I don't really know what that's about.
big up Paddy Plays. Explain that comment.
Yeah, explain that comment, bro.
So we see what go on with that.
Where to next, Pete? Where to next? Should we just go through the rest of the results? Oh,
Can we go?
City, don't we?
City. Da. Listen, City fans.
And I want to get rid of Pep.
If you want to get rid of Pep, bring him over. Because all he said was, imagine, bruv, he's 163 in midweek against Leipzig. Good result. And he says, you know what, I just would love it if we had more of the gang. You know what I'm saying? More of the fans there. You know what I mean? Come, everybody come to the game at 3 p.m. against Southampton. And did you see Twitter? The memes were phenomenal, guys. Did you see what was going on? People were opening up Cadbury's and finding tickets for the Southampton game in there. People were getting all sorts of memes were going on. It was phenomenal. And then, of course, if you did turn up at the Etihad on Saturday at 3 p.m., well, guess what you would have seen? A 0-0 against Southampton. Look? Lots of controversy about what Pep Guardiola said, you know, and he definitely said I would not back down because what I said I still believe. Who's for Pep Guardiola and who's against? Let's go with for first.
How can you be against him?
The City Supporters Club are.
No, I reject that. I saw Jack Grealish do a knee slide. So it looked like I was like, is this a picture from the lockdown era? I saw behind him there was no crowd. You're playing Jack. Oh, it's a last minute winner, Mauro Icardi.
Oh, Icardi! Oh, he's saving
Good goal.
Oh, Pochettino, genius.
Oli and Poch go to the same witch doctor.
Oh, you got it.
I'll tell you what, John. An
An
Argentine saving an Argentinian. There you go.
Big win. Sorry,
Big win.
Just to answer Paddy Plays' comment, he was talking about fantasy. Why isn't Trent being subbed on? And
I think you got to wait.
No, my subs have come through.
You got to wait till the end of the game week. Well, I have Trent in my team, so he's going to get subbed out.
My subs have come through. What's happened? It all depends on your formation. So if you don't have if you have 3 defenders, only a defender can come on, stuff like that.
Do you know what? I had about 3 men that didn't play.
So did I. I had bare man that just didn't play. But yeah.
Bro,
my switch now.
82 points this week, 86 blood.
That's a good week.
Did Robertson play?
Nope.
See, Robertson doesn't have
no Robertson, no Trent, bro. That messed up a lot of people's week.
So my Trent came out, but Robertson hasn't because I got too many men that didn't make it.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, back to the script. Man City, guys. Listen, Oscar, you said that there's no reason for being against.
They've got no fans, bro. You're playing Champions League. You're the Premier League champions, yeah, and your stadium is nowhere near full. It's nowhere near full. There's hella empty seats. And let's be real, this has been a joke thrown at Manchester City for a long, long time now. But when Pep Guardiola says it, it's no longer a joke. It's a serious concern. And he was saying that, fam, Saturday, 3 o'clock, we've just played Europe midweek. We need energy in the stadium. We need life. We need support. Players thrive off that 12th man. And you guys were just saying, Arsenal are going to beat Spurs because of the home crowd and it's going to help. These things help. So what Pep was doing was simply saying, guys, if you're thinking, should I go on Saturday? Should I not? Come. It's the same thing because, for example, Chelsea are playing in midweek in the League Cup, and I was debating with myself, should I get a ticket? Should I not? In the end, I'm not getting a ticket. But if the manager comes out, because I just can't be asked, I've got work. So if the manager,
so what about those City fans that said that?
But this is my point. Let me finish my point, and then you're here. If the manager comes out and says, "Yo, we want support. We want the stadium full. We need your help." Bro, I'll be there, If Tuchel asks me to come, I'll be there.
So if he makes a rally, you're making a last-minute booking.
I can't lie, because it's like I'm going to the City game next week anyway. So I was like,
jeez,
I really want to go midweek and then Saturday, spend my whole week trying to get out of Stamford Bridge. It's a bit long.
The thing is, Oscar, though, when you are, and I mean this with all due respect, and I don't want to come across arrogant or anything like that. But say, for example, right, you're a Manchester City fan, you're a Mancunian, you've lived there, whatever else, right?
Adrian's comment.
Klopp says it all the time. He tells fans to start drinking from 10 a.m. Hey, listen, Klopp just wants the ambiance. Klopp wants the velodrome, bro.
No, fam, Pete. Bro, did you hear the Mo Salah chant during the Champions League game, bro?
phenomenal.
Bro, it
Veins,
was loud, bro.
tingling. But here's what I'm saying: a Champions League ticket is not cheap. Yeah, it's not a cheap ticket at all, especially for a group stage.
Listen. I'm going to stop you right there, Peter.
Go on.
Manchester City's Champions League tickets are on uni days. You can get discounts on them.
Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Shut up. You're a liar. You're a liar.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you.
You're a liar.
I'm not lying to you. I went on I can uni confirm
days.
this.
But to be fair,
I can tell you.
To be fair, uni days, I swear you can only do that if you're a student, though. You can only purchase tickets if you're a student. Okay, yes. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Claire. You know what I'm saying?
They are cheap. They're not
Claire
expensive.
Who works for the NHS.
Anyone can go.
Big up Claire.
Did you see the jokes? Man was saying that, I opened my cereal this morning and a Man City ticket fell out of it.
No, but Oscar, listen to what I'm saying. But to go to a Champions League game as well as, have your season ticket and whatever else, and I don't know what a Man City season ticket comes with, right? So any Man City fans, do let us know. But I can understand if City fans are not, because remember we had this conversation, I think, about Wembley, how many times they've gone to Wembley. Of course, traveling long distance is long. But Wednesday night, Tuesday night, whenever it is, and it's like 8 p.m. kickoff, and then you got to be at work the next day. You know what I'm saying? They moved the times back. I'm just trying to paint myself into the City fan, the regular day-to-day guy and girl at City who lives in Manchester, supports Manchester City, has his 9 to 5 or whatever it is, or even has a 12-hour shift. Who knows? To get to a game, you Leipzig at home. You know what I'm saying? I can miss that one.
But you can say the same. But like you said, City and United, we're in the same town. United tickets are obviously more expensive, but that stadium is packed,
bro. And
because your fan base is far greater than Man City's.
But this is the point. So what's wrong?
I'm saying
City can fill out their stadium. They have fans. They've done it before. So Pep Guardiola coming out and saying, "Yo, guys, we need you now." Like the past 2 seasons, everyone has been comfortable watching football from home because there's been no fans in the ground. Now it's like, fam, do you guys even realize that these tickets are available? What's
the job saying though? Like, has people recovered from the pandemic? Do people get jobs that quickly?
Bro, PR,
how many lost jobs and how many have jobs?
Manchester City are the easiest ticket to get of the top 6 teams. It's the easiest ticket.
It is because I don't think the stadium, for example, necessarily matches the fan base. Does that make sense? Whereas like Old Trafford, listen, a guy can come from Singapore this week and be at Man United at home to Atalanta. They could be, we're talking about people that don't even live in the country will be at Old Trafford for every Champions League home game this season. Whereas at Man City, I don't think it's the same kettle of fish. You catch my drift? So if everyone there is a mank in that Etihad ground, if everyone is a mank living on that road and that road and that road, you're talking about the half of Manchester filling up that stadium, depending on whatever the capacity of the population of Man City.
Why are you acting like they haven't had periods of time where they've been filling out their stadium? They have. They know how to fill it out. Like, it's not.
No, it's not that they don't know. It's not that they don't know. But I just think it's consideration in terms of the times we're in. Consideration in terms of
man, come Saturday 3 p.m. and watch the team, bro.
Is Pete disagreeing with his clients?
No. I'm just trying to develop a conversation. Robin, I stand by Pep on this one. I stand by Pep on this one. I'm just trying to give the perspective of the supporters trust who had an issue with what he said. Why? He got no fans. The thing is, when he says stick to
Adrian has made a brilliant point. He says, this is why for me, City signing Cristiano would have been game-changing. Do you think they'd be asking to fill up Saturday 3 p.m. if Cristiano Ronaldo was up front? No, they wouldn't. But nobody cares about watching Bernardo Silva and flipping Ferran Torres. Them man ain't stars like that.
They have got used to it, isn't it? Oh, him again. Yeah,
like that.
Another 4-0, another 3-0. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, man. Big stars take them to a completely different place. The biggest star in Manchester City is Pep Guardiola. That's the big star. So he's telling you, come to the ground, come to the game, come watch us. I can't go back to Paddy Plays. Paddy Plays is talking about FPL. He says he's 50,000 in the world. I don't know if you've joined our league or not, but bro, in the description below, there's our league. Click the link, come join us. We'll see how good you really are.
Let's see what's good. 50,000 in the world. That's freaking good.
That's high, but he's not. I'm not seeing any Paddy Plays in our league. So yeah, join the Top 4 Podcast League. Yeah, I've said my point on this. I don't know what else there is to say.
Yeah, no, I'm with Pep on this. To be fair, he's just asking for a little bit of help. I wish you lot could come and see us win 6-3. And he'd already spoke about like the weekend's game is going to be a tough one, a massive struggle. He was already talking in those terms. It's the fact that it was a draw. It's like, what, Pep, you wanted us to see that then? I don't know what the attendance was on Saturday. I'm pretty sure, but I'm very upset that Pep Guardiola had to feel angry.
It was still poor. It was still poor.
Was it? Yeah, on Saturday, was it still bad?
Mm-hmm.
So I was a bit like sad that Pep had to really frustrate himself with the press conference there because what I'm saying, it's one of those where Man City just look dumb. The fans look dumb on that one, or the supporters trust, whatever it is, they look silly. So big up Pep, but he did not need a draw. Southampton were very good, by the way, on the weekend. They played very good football. They were decent.
Hey, that kid Valentino Livramento, he's all right.
He's doing all right. If only Chelsea kept him.
Buyback clause. It's there. It should Southampton have had a penalty?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a penalty, bro. I don't know what thing.
Yeah, that was a pen.
Yes,
that was a pen.
Who was the referee for that? I have a feeling it was John Moss.
I think it was him.
I've got John Moss in my head for that because he gives the red, no questions asked, and then he's asked to go look at VAR to see if it even was a penalty.
Yeah, it was John Moss, bro. I
thought it was John Moss. To be fair, it's not. He makes the decision, doesn't he? It's not VAR that necessarily make it, right?
Yeah, it's a referee decision on the.
So even though he gave the penalty and the red card, he then said, "Nah, you know what? Scrap the whole lot." That's phenomenal. Give the penalty, just don't send him off. I think sending him off was very harsh. What's the double jeopardy for? There's no reason for it. There's no need for it. But Man City. Guess what, David? Arsenal are 4 points behind Manchester City. That's all I will say about that.
All right. See where that gets you, mate.
Yeah. Any other business? Liverpool 3-0, of course, against the Palace. Mo Salah, 100 goals for Liverpool. Was it 100 goals for Liverpool or 100 goals in the league? Can't remember.
It was
100 goals for Liverpool.
Oh, it was Liverpool because I know Sané. I know Leroy Sané got 100 as well. Not Leroy Sané.
Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane. I don't know how to think of Leroy Sané. Yeah, Sadio Mane got.
Sadio Mane got his goals
as well. Yeah.
What's like is saying Mo Salah is one of the best goal scorers of his generation. Absolute world-class player. His legacy when he leaves is going to be insane. Honestly,
remember when Boss Kendo was digging out Mo Salah?
I was reading that comment thinking, there's something weird about this comment.
Boss, you make me sick, bro.
I was reading that thinking, there's something this doesn't taste right about this comment.
101 Premier League goals for Mo Salah. Sensational.
Unbelievable stuff. And I think, 98 of them came at Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, he's a phenomenal player. What an absolute world-class finisher. Deadly forward. Big props to him. Liverpool look comfortable against Palace, considering Palace did dispatch Tottenham. Liverpool look good, man. Has to be said. Do anyone get their views on this?
It's Tottenham.
No. As in the Palace game. I'm talking about the Palace game.
Yeah, it was just a normal 3-0, if that makes sense. Like, I watched it and I was saying, hey, this is just Liverpool doing their thing.
Look, Liverpool are going to be right amongst it, man. They've got a good team. They've got goals coming from Mane now, goals coming from Salah. I think they're going to be troublesome to beat. Like, Chelsea and Liverpool are the exact same this season. Conceded the same goals, scored the same goals, same points, same everything, same goal difference.
Really separated by name.
Yeah.
Alphabetical order.
Yeah. So it's a match. So are United on the same points as well?
Yeah.
United.
But we have 2 less goals.
Three of us are the same, basically all the same. But you can see that Liverpool defense is good. It's going to be hard to penetrate. Same with that Chelsea one. So we're going to see, bro. I rate Liverpool highly. I still have them as favourites to win this league, and time's going to tell, bro. What do you not think?
It's going to be a phenomenal season because I'm looking at Chelsea playing Man City next week. Liverpool away at Brentford. Man United got Villa. There's no easy games for people this weekend. Obviously, City playing Chelsea, you know. So it's going to be, honestly, we're going to be watching this title race with bated breath.
Boss Endo makes a good point about Sadio Mane. 3 goals in 5 games. He's been awful. Fair play to him. But when he kicks it, like to think you're awful, like he's been awful according to Liverpool fans and according to us. Like we've seen him miss chances and all that.
Yeah.
He scored 3 league goals this season. 3 league goals. Can I tell you that is half of Timo Werner's tally all of last season? So he was awful, and he didn't score any. Sadio Mane has been quote unquote awful, but he's getting the numbers and he's winning you games. So take it and just hope that his form kicks into gear at the right time. And when you start playing big teams, we get the old Mane that we know can really destroy fullbacks.
Yeah. And to Boss Light's comment, you know, we look good, but take into account who we've played. Next month, we're going to face City, United and City. I'll judge us then. And I think everybody's in that same boat. I think everybody's got the October month, sort of the back end of September, October is going to be like the iron test. What's the word I'm looking for? It is the iron test, right? Is that what they called it? Fire test? I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, it's where you're going to really be tested to see, are you guys really about it? Liverpool and Chelsea have match results every weekend. Can you believe that? And even when they played each other, they drew. That's going to be interesting. Let's see then. So anything you can do, I can do better. Or I can do the same.
Yeah. SW6 says, I think AFCON is going to harm Liverpool badly and possibly Chelsea. Well, Chelsea will lose Mendy, as we saw today. We had Kepa in goal. Liverpool will lose all firepower because Salah and Mane out of that team. I don't know what they're going to do.
Who else did Chelsea lose in this? Ziyech?
Hakim Ziyech. But I think that's a bonus. I don't think that hinders us.
What? A bonus? A bonus? Hakim Ziyech started against Zenit St. Petersburg. He also started against Aston Villa last week. He did not help the team in either of those games, Peter. He was a hindrance.
He said he was playing against them.
Who said that?
That's what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. No, the guy, I'm done with that guy.
You're done. Jeez.
Yeah. The boss that says, Oscar, don't you dare put Liverpool as favourites. No one has us in the conversation. Leave us alone. Bro,
Listen.
you got 97 points. The year after that, you walked the league. The year after that, you had the freakiest injuries that no other team has ever had in Premier League history. So, as far as I'm concerned, you are back here without those injuries, and you're here to win the league. So go and win it. I'm sorry.
Listen, they're on my lips. I'll tell you that right now. They're on my lips to win the. No, he said keep them out of your mouth. Don't talk about them. I'm like, no. I got them firmly up there. But yeah, Liverpool 3-0. 3-0 is interesting. And yeah, the African nations are going to affect, I think they will affect Arsenal as well. I'm trying to think what other clubs are affected. Will Man City be affected? Probably no Mahrez. I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well, Pep doesn't really like Africans like that, so they ain't got many. Adrian says, yeah, no one has us in the convo. Leave us alone. We're doing it. No, I got you in the convo, bro. You're in the conversation for me. Your favourites to win this league. And if you don't, it's a howler.
only if they got injuries. No. They don't win this league. They don't win this league if they're down to injuries. That's what I'll say. If their team is fit for the rest of the season, they win the league.
You can't have that many world-class players and not win the league. You can't.
Oscar, we're talking about the AFCON. How many games do you lose in the AFCON?
How many? They lose 2 players.
How many games though?
Oh, like 3 or 4.
I think it's more than that.
It's not that long.
You lose quite a few.
How long have they gone for the AFCON?
Like January's out. January's out.
And January and February out.
Yeah, but January one weekend in January's FA Cup. Come on.
Probably two weekends in January.
There you go. Like it's not. Yeah, look, even Bossa Endo, there's 2 games, bro.
But to be fair, yeah, Matip, Salah, and Thingy and Mane. That's a big hit, blood. That's a big hit.
Adrian says, we will win the league in my book. Streets are saying we scrape 4th. Next month, we'll see. Bossa Endo mentioned earlier, you've got United, you've got City next month. Those are big games. We'll see how Liverpool fare in those games. I think they're going to win those games. Like, I think they're big.
Even if they don't win, though, I wouldn't take anything. Matip's retired. I won't take anything from it. It's October.
Also, just another quick addition. They brought Konate in, had his debut, clean sheet, did all right.
Listen, man, I said he's a great signing. 36 million. for this
I'm-
youngster.
I was surprised he hasn't been playing already. But yeah.
Well, you know, when you got the formula that's working, you bring it in when it's required.
Boss Lander said, "Did you see Henderson's banger in midweek?" Yeah, man.
I
He's
did indeed.
scoring bangers
what
in the Champions League.
What a good game that was.
Proving every single day that his legacy as a Liverpool midfielder is greater than Steven Gerrard's.
Hi-yo!
Rude.
But like I said, Oscar, when I said AC Milan v Liverpool, I said, look at it, it's the nostalgia
It's a
of the
classic.
Champions League, and you were there like, I'm like, look what they served us. A nice dish. It was a lovely dish.
I was watching Messi and them man stink it up.
What in Bruges? What are you
Yeah.
wasting your time for?
Yeah, man. What is? My
I
team
don't care.
doesn't have good attackers, innit? So I like watching good attackers. But now I'm realizing even them man have off days. It's crazy.
Any Don that watches French football in Belgium, no. You've lost me. You've lost me. Guys, BT Sport 1, yeah, the goal show. Man like AC Jimbo, James Horncastle, Julien Laurent. Listen, I battered that this week.
Second half, I watched the goal show still.
Oh, it was lovely. It was juicy stuff. And it was Sporting Lisbon versus Ajax. Bonanza. Absolute bonanza of a game.
I mean, no. But
it was.
Yeah, I mean, Sebastian LS scoring 4 goals. What a guy. What a guy.
That Milan game took me back to 2018. Slaughterhouse, baby. I mean...
It was Slaughter. At one point,
Milan
they were
scored
ahead.
2. Yeah, Milan scored 2.
At one point, they were ahead.
But it was a classic Champions League night, wasn't it, for Liverpool and Anfield and the Raw and everything else, and the Cup. Okay, if I
for the opposition every Slaughterhouse day. Let's move on.
Obviously, we'll kick things off Friday night. Newcastle 1-0 with Leeds.
I said it. I said it was going to be a draw.
Honestly, I just thought like Newcastle have to win this.
No, Peter, Leeds United should have won. Do you know why they didn't win?
Patrick Bamford.
Your boy Patrick Bamford.
Yeah, I saw his miss. I saw his miss. Aston Villa 3, Everton 0. This was a shock, if not the biggest shock of the weekend.
I'm not shocked by
Benitez got moved to. You got moved to Everton, bro.
3-0 was a big thing, but I'm not convinced by Everton's good start to the season. I don't think they're that good. I don't think they're good either.
Oscar, it was 0-0 at half time. You know it was like, and Emi Martinez landed on the plane 2 a.m. that day, right? Came to Birmingham, right? And then was at Villa Park at 5:30.
Clean sheet. Still better than both Arsenal's goalkeepers. What a guy Emi Martinez is. Can we talk about Leon Bailey?
Whoa. We can talk about Leon Bailey because he scored a wonderful goal. Let's be very clear. He scored a wonderful goal. However, him going off the pitch, I thought, here's what he had. This was his issue at Leverkusen. And big up Adrian because Everton had tons of injuries, by the way. Okay? Because my boy Richarlison didn't play. No Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I can't remember who the other one was. There had a few players missing. Do you know them ones? So, Everton, obviously, I didn't expect them to necessarily win, but to get beat the way they did. I mean, Asmir Begovic was in goal, who actually did play not too bad, to be fair. I think Seamus Coleman was out. I remember Iwobi started. Rondon started. It was just a bit... Oscar, Rafa Benitez will get Everton into Europe this season.
All right. I mean, there's a Conference League now, so it don't really mean much. But yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I think he will. I think he'll do it. But that was a shock for me, though. Still.
Yeah. Peter, before you move on to the next game, there's a comment that is just it's infuriated me. So I went to go and check to see if this is correct, and it is correct. Abdi says, "Why the hell are Manchester United playing Aston Villa at the same time as Chelsea versus City? Next weekend, there are 2 12:30 games. Only one of them is televised. What is going on in the Premier League? What is going on? What's going on, Robin? What's going on?"
Oh, yeah, I did not even clock that. I looked at that as United having a 3 o'clock with Villa, which would have been still hilarious.
They had a 3 o'clock. Why on earth is this game not on TV?
Listen,
see what I mean?
Jurgen Klopp complained.
It's a 12:30 game, Robin.
They're both 12:30 games. How do you have a 12:30 game that's not on TV? How?
I don't know.
How?
they're running amok, and then on Sunday we have to watch
Listen,
Southampton versus Liverpool.
people don't want to see. I think the Premier League people don't want to see Ronaldo for some odd reason.
Did they?
Oscar, Robin, Southampton Wolves is on that TV at 2:00. Everyone in Southampton and in Wolves will be at the game. They're not going to watch this on TV.
You tried to defend this garbage.
No, I took the L. I drank the L last week. This is a frigging travesty. First of all, 2 12:30 kickoffs. I've never heard of that. Why is that a 12:30 kickoff, Man United Villa? What's the thing there? Someone needs to tell me this.
We're at home next game in Europe, so I don't know what's going on there.
That is bizarre. That is absolutely bizarre. Wow.
Abdi says it was a 3 p.m. and it got moved. I don't know why they moved it to not show.
Something's going on, man. Something's going on with you, man.
Silly. Absolutely silly.
Something's going on with you, man. I bet there's like some sort of anniversary or something between you or Villa. I bet someone's got an anniversary. That's why these things sometimes change. Another impressive victory on the weekend. Watford winning at Norwich 3-1. Good stuff. Good scenes.
Ismail Assar.
That makes sense.
Go on.
No, Abdi put the comment of why.
What is it? He says the move comes after safety concerns due to the Courtney's playing a contract at the Lancashire.
Shut up, man. I'm frigging fed up of this.
The Courtney's?
You'd be surprised how many people attend the cricket club at the concert.
What? They moved the game forward because there's a concert going on in Manchester.
Yeah, for those that know, there's Old Trafford Football Club and there's Old Trafford Cricket Club, which is a really big club, which is next door to Old Trafford. So, and it's like, 50,000 people there that can get in?
I'm sorry.
Big, so, yeah.
It's
not my fault. I don't make you rules. But, yeah.
Does that mean Chelsea have a 12:30 kickoff when Wizkid comes to the O2? Is that what's happening here? What is going on? What is going on? Yeah, Adrian said it's loads of people. All right, fair enough.
I don't give a damn. I couldn't give a toss. What are we talking about here, bro?
Think about the police.
The police can do one.
How could they book the concert and then not think about this when the fixtures were announced? I don't. What?
No.
Nightmare.
Howler.
Listen,
I hate playing at
Chelsea,
regardless.
Chelsea, Watford, and Brentford are all playing at home on Saturday. All 3 of them are playing at home. There's going to be 40,000 in one of those. There's going to be 25 maybe and 25 again, or 20, 17 or 18 in those games. What? Nah,
all them next door to each other, man.
Nah, man.
I can throw a rock into the other stadium.
I can't do it. Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, obviously Watford winning away. Brentford winning away at Wolves. Good result.
Okay, what are at Wolves, man?
Bruno Lage, man.
I told you, getting relegated, bro.
Attacking Bruno Lage, man. It's gonna come to peace.
No.
And
relegation is in your destiny.
Relegation fodder. And obviously Brighton at home to Leicester City. We mentioned it earlier. 2-1 winners. Who was the goal of the week? My vote is Jamie Vardy.
I would say just a quick shout out to Lingard. It was a banger because it came out of nowhere. But it goes to Jamie Vardy. It
was a lush goal.
I ain't seen Vardy's goal, so I'm gonna have to say Lingard.
Do yourself a favour and have a butchers because
I'll check out. I can't be asked right now.
David.
Yo. What's the
It's right there in the banner, baby. Goal of the week.
Because I was live, I saw it live in the flesh. It has to go Lingard.
Lings. Oscar, what was yours?
I said Lingard, bro. I didn't see anything yesterday that really excited me. Odegaard's free kick was naughty, actually.
It was lovely. It was just a FIFA in the corner, place it over there. Ping, straight in the top bin.
Actually, there was bare bangers, bro. Naby's goal was disgusting.
Naby Deco.
It's Naby for me. Bukayo said ASM's goal was 30 as well.
Oh, can we talk about him as a player? Because he stole Friday night. He was the star of the show Friday night, honestly.
By the way, Liverpool fans are comparing this Naby Keita celebration to the Cantona one.
No, but what was Naby Keita's one?
Robin, do you want to talk about this or shall I?
You can roll through.
No. This. You see, Liverpool fans make me sick. I can't lie. They make me sick to my core. Yeah. This
Why?
Naby Keita guy, yeah, who doesn't even play football, doesn't even start games, yeah. He's injured, whatever. He comes on, scores a worldie, fair play, scores a worldie, yeah. And he just looked around, shocked, because he was surprised he even scored it. He didn't do the Cantona. Cantona had the collar. Cantona was iconic. Cantona was one of the greatest celebrations in Premier League history. Naby Keita just stood there. It was not.
It wasn't Cantona Jace.
No.
It was Cantona Jace. Look at the frown. Look at the eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? The frown. You know what I mean?
But you know, Cantona meant it.
Cantona had
He
the
looked
aura.
around. He said, "I am the king."
And that's what I said. That's what I said to Jace. There was Naby Keita gave it the peasant look, whereas Cantona gave it the whole king and prince look.
Cantona won Man United the league, came and did that goal, and then said, "Are you not entertained?" Like he stood in his theater, in his cauldron, and said, "All of these people came and paid money to see me." Naby Keita don't have that aura. He don't have that.
No, he doesn't have the aura. It's the audacity he did it is one thing, but he did do a stare.
Adrian, you should be ashamed of yourself, bro.
But that's what he did. He literally, I defend Adrian on this one. He literally stood there and was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
man talking.
Your case has been thrown out.
No. Hey, hold on. No, his football card has been invalidated, bro. I'll
tell you what. Hold tight, Governor B, because you know what he said today on Twitter. Hold tight, Governor B, because his football card needs to be appealed. Because he said, because he saw him, he was at the West Ham game today against Man United, and he said that I now see that, obviously seeing him in the flesh, I now see why people think Fred is dead. Whoa. Gov, where have you been? Where have you been? This guy signed in what year, Robin? What year did Fred sign? What year?
Hey, hello, mate. Hey.
2017, Fred signed for Manchester United. And you know we all first thought in his first 40 minutes on his debut? He's not it. He's not the one.
He's not
they need a new defensive midfielder. That's what they needed. Governor.
No. Governor B made scrapbook. I think he could do what he likes. He could say what he likes. He's always going to be in my good books for that.
I'll tell you what, scrapbook was fire. You see the narrow road?
Can we talk about it? My story. Can we talk about it? Oh my god.
Oh, shout out to Governor, but my god, it's bad enough you support West Ham. Anyway, but goal of the week, man. It's 2-2.
I'm going Naby Keita. I've changed my vote, so I guess that means you win, which is crazy.
Was that you changed your vote to Naby Keita?
Yeah, I'm going to Naby Keita. Yeah.
Okay.
So Vardy wins. Wins.
I guess Vardy wins. Yeah.
Jamie Vardy, because Oscar, when you get a chance, have a butch.
I will check it out. I will.
By the way, De Bruyne's ball, yeah. There's a ball De Bruyne puts in, and I said, you know what? I just said, nah, you know, I'm deep, why are you trying it? Why are you doing this? Oscar, why did you even put it up? Huh? 2018 top 20 midfielder, respect him. It's because there's 20 teams in the league.
He himself said it was wrong. He said it. What are we doing next? Player of the week, yeah?
Yes, player of the week. Oh, it's a good one. Let's have a look through the runners, shall we?
For me, Leon Bailey.
It's a good shout. It's a good shout.
I mean, are we really looking further than old Leon?
I don't know, because I think a certain Thiago Silva has a massive shout on this.
Oh, don't kill me. Let me just go through. So ASM for Newcastle United, brilliant. Ivan Toney for Brentford, sensational.
Solid.
For Watford, Ismaila Sarr scored twice.
Yeah, Norwich, yeah.
Leon Bailey, as I mentioned, as a possible shout, and then Peter's mentioned Thiago Silva. So out of those guys, who we going for?
I'm saying Thiago Silva. I saw classic today.
Thiago Silva. Oh, hey, there's a couple of comments saying Thiago Silva. Adrian says Tony was unreal. Adrian says Ramsdale.
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale, bro, you should have given away a penalty, man. I'm sorry. The referee had a howler with that one.
What's he talking about?
It was a penalty. It was a clear pen.
Oscar, he didn't even touch the player. He nicked the ball.
Clear pen.
Was that.
He made me look like a fool in the group chat. It was a clear pen.
Oh no.
I'm going Thiago Silva.
Yeah, Thiago Silva is a fair shout. Let's go with him for player of the week. Team of the week.
It's Chelsea.
This is a tricky one. There's a few.
No, it's Chelsea.
I don't think it's
There's a few good eggs here because Chelsea, of course, winning away at the toilet bowl is always impressive.
no tricks.
Brighton beating Leicester City at home,
Ooh,
impressive.
yeah.
Brentford wiped the floor with Wolves away from home. Villa dispatched Everton, albeit injuries and albeit all coming in the second half. You know what I'm saying? There's reason for causes here, man. That's what I'm saying. It's not clean cut. The most impressive result of the weekend.
The only thing is, the only team that I watched this whole week, who I thought from start to finish good and looked like they're the team to beat, was Chelsea. So
fair point.
That's how they get my vote. So
you know what I mean? Like I feel like judging by the reaction after the game, it seems like Chelsea put a bit of a marker down, and to do that against another top 6 side away from home, I think they have to win it 3-0.
Southampton is a shout for me as well. You know, yeah, Brentford were down to 10 men and still hung on. Southampton getting a draw. They actually played well against Man City. Chelsea winning at Tottenham isn't shocking to me.
So is this about? It's not about the biggest shocks. It's about
we're talking about who was the best performing team and what's the most impressive result. And I'm looking at
3-0 at Spurs. Come on, bro.
It's Chelsea. It's Chelsea.
Okay, my vote's Southampton. Let's go around. So 2-1 against me at the minute. David, team of the week.
I will give it to Brighton.
Oh, so therefore
Chelsea
win the team of the week.
David,
who's not that guy this week?
I feel like you've already done it.
You can say it again.
I think he went in early because he's got somebody else.
Of course, bruv, yeah.
Oh, no, there you go. There you go, my friend.
Of course, bruv. David Moyes, you're just a clown, bruv. Also, another one that can drain you is this idiot from City, Man City, Kevin Parker. You're not that guy either, bruv. You never, ever again in your life told Pep Guardiola to stick to coaching, bruv.
Never. How can he get?
Never.
You know what? No, guys, he should not get away with that. Thank you, David, for bringing it in.
Yeah. Well done.
The audacity to tell Pep Guardiola to stick to coaching.
Fam, are you done,
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Oh, unbelievable. This guy, like he forgot the days of Main Road when men were turning up to their ground, collecting points. Collecting points at Main Road.
But you guys can add in your honourable mentions at the end. But for this gentleman this week, how you see Boris, yeah? And this involves Boris Johnson, yeah? You're trying to make global Britain. You're trying to expand Britain globally. But you know what? Europe don't respect us, blood. When we go overseas, we perform shockingly. So this gentleman was born 20th of October, 1978, bro. And this week, where's he from? I don't know, somewhere in Manchester. I can't even pronounce the flipping name, bro.
Withenshaw.
There you go. Withenshaw, man. So this gentleman this week, yeah, decides, he's refereeing a game, blood. Decides to give man a red card when he hasn't even received a yellow card, thinking he gave him 2 yellows without giving him the first one, cuz.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic, David.
And then he proceeds after that howler, he proceeds to come back to England. I don't know how he escaped quarantine, because that's a joke thing, cuz. He needed to quarantine because that corona got him, bro. That's him got him. Then he tried cost man 3 points, cuz, you know, try to give away a penalty, bro. So this week, not that guy, yeah. You see, you Anthony Taylor, yeah. You're not that guy, bro. Take him back to the championship. Sort your crap out, man.
Blood, tell them, fam. What was it? Zenit was it Dynamo Kiev against Benfica? Man sends off a guy as if he's been on a yellow card already.
This man's looking at him, blood. Look at him. Hey, fam, it's my first yellow, fam. the man says,
nonsense guy, bro. Wenger said that they will not referee the World Cup because they're shambolic. They're shambolic refereeing. How can we have the worst referees in football? You know that there's other. You know when you watch Champions League games, you see a Luxembourg referee, refereeing the game. I'm thinking, what league does he referee in? You know, everyone's from Luxembourg, fourth official, everyone, the linesman. What league are they refereeing in?
Peachy referees.
Peachy referees. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are on read.co.uk. I can't believe what I'm seeing, but yet ours who are professional referees. Joke. Absolute joke.
Absolute joke.
Yeah, my honourable mentions this week go out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Jesse Lingard for the howlers that you did in Switzerland. Both of you are not that guy.
Jesse redeemed himself.
He's redeemed himself.
He redeemed himself, but he still gets a telling off.
You can't
let him go away. You get a telling off.
Yeah, big up your friend.
Yo! Man like Granite in the building. You need people like me.
So you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Hey, Granite, I beg you, don't come on the pitch on Sunday, fam, because it's the North London derby, man. It means a lot. We need to win that 3 points. Clean. Do you know who's not that guy as well? Honourable mention, bro. Because I saw this player's performance, right? And I can't believe I'm saying this is groundbreaking, by the way. But my honourable mention is, after seeing Thomas Partey's performance on the weekend at Turf Moor, I can't believe this, that Pep Guardiola went to Atletico Madrid to look for a defensive midfielder and he picked Rodri and spent 60-odd million quid on Rodri. How did he let Partey go? Because somebody asked me that. Because Partey is a top midfielder.
Yeah, I believe that question has already been answered earlier on in the show.
Yeah.
What's that?
We move
We move on.
What do you mean?
We've already answered that question.
We move
right on.
Watch the episode back to find the answer.
Listen, Sterling's still getting games. That's what I'm saying. You can run it, but Sterling's getting games. He had his 200th Premier League game.
Did Pep sign Sterling?
No.
Cool.
200th Premier League game yesterday. Big up Raheem Sterling for that.
Adrian said the streets are saying parties in his 30s.
See, was I the only one, huh? So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. But when I say it, look at, have you seen Kolo Touré on that dugout at Leicester City? Have you not had a look? Go take a look at Kolo Touré in that dugout with Leicester City, next to Brendan, next to David Brent. Honestly, we signed him when he was 30. Let's put it that way. I'm just saying.
So what, you saying Kolo Touré is looking like he's 70 years old?
Have you looked at it? Go look at him. Go look at him. Because honestly, he was 35 when he joined City. Never mind when he was at Liverpool. What were Liverpool smoking when they bought him? Just a quick rundown of the big games next weekend. 12:30 kickoff. You guys have already mentioned Chelsea at home to City. What do we think, Oscar?
I think Chelsea win. Like I said, I'm going to be there. I think Big Rom turns up in a big game, and I'm confident. Like I'm actually
Oscar,
confident.
no ticket for me, no.
You didn't ask me for a ticket, bro. I would have gone.
Oh, okay. I remember that one.
What do you mean? When if I want a ticket from you, I ask. You didn't ask me.
Yeah. All right, cool. All the years of giving you tickets, yeah. This is how you pay me. This is how you repay me. All right, cool.
Yeah, no, I think Chelsea win, man. I'm confident. I'm excited.
Robin, what do you reckon?
I think it's a draw.
You think it's a draw?
I'm saying draw.
You guys are on the shisha because KDB is going to run up on me and he's going to continue what he did last season. Oh yeah, City with the win, bruv. I'm going to go to City.
On Saturday.
He came off the bench, pinged one in, like did a freaking Aaron Rodgers, like Tom Brady, like curve into the 6-yard box. Again, hit and hope. There was no way he meant it. He's going
to meet Rudiger again.
Rudiger was going to handball it. Or he's going to scratch someone in the face by accident because he's such a rash defender.
If he didn't play for Chelsea, I'd hate that guy. I can't lie.
Listen, bro, you watched it. The City go to with no striker again at the bridge, bro, and put goals in. Remember this game last season is what cost Lampard his job effectively. Yeah, I'm going City win. I'm not even capping. I'm going to go for a City win at the bridge. Manchester United at home to Aston Villa. This will be interesting.
So I really want to watch the game, but I can't watch it because of fixture congestion.
First of all, Oscar, you'll be at the bridge. So,
yeah, I know. That's my point.
But after the game, you would have watched it anyway.
If it was a 5 o'clock kickoff, I'd have got home in time.
Oh, don't worry, you'll see what your 5 o'clock kickoff is later. Chelsea. Sorry.
There's a comment that needs to be addressed because
Chelsea.
is hitting
Okay,
it.
how's this?
He hates Chelsea so much. He has no reason to believe City can beat Chelsea. He's just saying it because he doesn't want us to win. Whoa, A-class, that's a bit. I don't agree with that.
What?
It's Manchester City. It's Manchester City. Come on, man. They can beat anyone.
I'm talking about the champions of England here. Yeah, who went to the Stamford Bridge last season, albeit without Tuchel. I understand that, but laid the smackdown. They came there and laid the smackdown. I'm just saying, I think City will be well up for this game, and Chelsea against City at Stamford Bridge. What's the record like?
Christian Pulisic gave them a beat. Wait, it's like one off, one on. Like we beat them, then they beat us. We beat them, then they beat us.
You know, and you have to understand when you're beating the big six away from home. You know what I'm saying? That's still impressive. I can't just like ignore it. I know Chelsea are hot. They're red hot at the minute. They've been on form. They're getting the W's. But, you know, City can turn the switch and all of a sudden you get blitzed. You're like, well, where the hell did this come from? That can happen, can't it? You know what I'm saying? That's all. I don't hate Chelsea. I mean, I don't like Chelsea. Let's be very clear. Do I hate Chelsea? Actually, I do. I do hate Chelsea, Man United and Spurs. So, take it as you will.
A couple more comments. Abdi says, Villa are our little brothers. They never beat us. They will go ahead and we'll turn it around. 3-1 Manchester United.
Probably fair.
Iklas says, Chelsea have won 4 of their last 5 against City. Allow it. It's true. The record is in our favour. You know, Champions League final, FA Cup semi-final. We've been beating them lately.
Yeah, you have been. Doesn't mean I don't think they win. Just a prediction. Yeah, Villa, Manchester United at home to Villa.
Man United.
Confident Man United. You're not worried about Danny Ings and Ollie Watt.
Ever since Grealish left, then no.
Oh yeah, did they win there last year?
I remember Grealish scored a worldie. I don't know what the score was.
Grealish scored a banger, but I don't remember what the scoreline was.
I can't remember the score, but yeah.
Interesting.
No. Grealish scored a banger the year before. They said last year it was 1-1.
Listen, my mind is on what on the Champions League. So yeah, we need to get some points in there.
Yeah, I think Villa will Man United will have too much for Villa. Anything else that's saucy around? Let's go with Brentford. The 5:30 kickoff. Brentford at home to Liverpool. Could they cause an upset, Brentford?
No, Liverpool win.
No,
Liverpool.
Full house, Liverpool win. The North London derby, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, 100 million on Grealish, no striker, and City looking toothless up top. Yeah, it's true. It's a long season though, Adrian. Like Liverpool, City won the league without a striker last year. You know them ones. Like they actually did win the league last year with no centre forward. So who knows? Ferran Torres, Oscar. You know, you just got to make sure you got to be aware of him. Be aware of him, and maybe Jesus on the wings. Who knows? North London derby, people. 0 shots on target. North London derby, Arsenal home to Spurs. Let's get your predictions, Oscar.
I told you. I think Spurs beat you at your perch.
You actually believe that?
Bro, I don't see anything from Arsenal. I don't get it.
Wow. David?
This is going to be a snooze fest 0-0.
Oh. Robin?
I think I'm going to join Oscar. I do think Spurs are going to beat you.
You lot are absolute vile. The whole lot of you lot are scum.
Both teams are crap. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm just like,
why are you not seeing our trajectory? You know what I'm saying? 6 points. Move on. Told you, 4 points behind Man City.
Pete, I'm waiting for your energy on the pod next week. I can't wait.
No, I'll be furious if we lose to Spurs next week. Honestly, I will be furious.
The thing is, what will be more funny is you will lose to Spurs and you will wake up at 9 a.m. praying, hoping, wanting to see the yellow banner on Sky Sports. But the banner won't be there. The banner won't be there.
Hey, SW6, but 27th, you have to take off the calendar, man.
Yeah, man.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I think it's premature.
No, I think he stays the whole season. You know that. That's the saddest part. He'll be here the whole season. But yeah, I'm the only one going for an Arsenal win. What, Lola? Like, you're not going back the team? Like, well, go on. Like, surely Arsenal have got to thingy. We both went We went to both
their gaffs and painted it blue. Oh yeah. I didn't even mention that. We've been to both the clubs in North London and slapped both of them. This is outrageous. 5-0.
London is blue.
Come on.
It's not been argued.
Blue.
It's not been argued. It's not been argued. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on the score.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Depending. Well, if true. I mean, if it's a 3-4-0 drubbing, but I don't know, man. Like, they've gone to bed with this guy, fam. They're not letting him go. They're gonna go all the way. All the way. If he finishes 8th, then he might get sacked in the summer. But yeah, we need European football this season. But yeah, that wraps up the Top 4 podcast, ladies and gents. Thank you for logging in. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. We are at Top 4 Podcast on Instagram, on Twitter, on iTunes. Where the banner? Where the banner at? Where the banner at?
The banner's
YouTube.
been up for the past 5 minutes, you moron.
Yeah, at the predictions. At the predictions, he puts out the banner.
Bro, yeah, you're talking about Instagram and Twitter, and the Instagram logo and the Twitter logo are right there.
I did it because it's right there. I did it because it was right there. Yeah? Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud, people. And we'll be back at our resumed schedule. Not tomorrow, but the following Monday, 8 p.m. Because tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be around. But
you can watch us again.
Have a butchers. Come again. There's no Monday Night Football. There's no Monday Night Football. Have a butchers. Of course, Carabao Cup action. Don't forget that as well. Arsenal against AFC Wimbledon. Not on TV. AFC Wimbledon are playing a Premier League side. They're not on TV. Phenomenal scenes, Jeff. What do you mean? Do you know what, I bet Man United's on TV. I bet Man United's on TV.
Probably are.
Yeah, they don't give it, nobody cares. Not even the Man United fans care about the game, but they're on TV.
Yeah, we got Villa. That's not on TV. 2 Premier League teams. Not on TV.
Because we got West Ham again. So yeah.
Oh, that's crap.
Wait, at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Yeah, SW6 says Monday evening not going to be the same. Sorry, bro.
Listen, just hit that on that repeat, bro. On that repeat. You know what I'm saying? Just hit that again. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And make sure you follow us on the Twitter at Top 4 Podcast. We'll be back with another one next Monday. With that said, people, peace.